Gramps. I found a pair of tickets to get into a really exclusive tavern. Maybe we should go check it out. That was where it began. I am Nathaniel, Lodi, Kelwar, Umros, Rashik, Tamrin, Elisek, Famris, Zanyar, Orlin, Kazviz, Gadri, Panuzu, Deepback. Or at least, I was. Now, I'm not so sure. This is the story of how my grandfather, two strangers, and myself became something we never thought we would be. Or even could be. How we became more than we were. And, hopefully, how we can become ourselves once again. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the show. As you will notice, the layout is a little bit different, and that's because we have many much new friends. We're still going to do our introductions, but our new players are going to have a week where they're allowed to cheat, where their fun fact is, this is going to be my first time playing on this stream, so that they don't have to try to come up with a new fun factoid. However, as always, I am the second-class elitist. I am playing Nathan, the hopefully one day again gnome, currently drow artificer. And Morden's really nervous because this is the first time that he's meeting three of our brand new players, but I'm also really nervous because this is the first time I've ever found... Ironically, this campaign, not the Drakkenheim campaign, becomes the first player to have players that I have collected from an internet source where I didn't already know who they were playing in a campaign. So, yeah. Hopefully I didn't just blow up all the more...
Always the hope.
Yep. Morden.
We're nice people.
Morden, you go.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's my turn. Hi, everyone. I am Morden56. I am the GM for the Exacting Spirits campaign. This campaign has been run a few times, and no one's made it to the end. It's going to be interesting to see if this group does. If they do, great. I finally get to finish the story. I get to shelf this damn campaign and say, I'm done! But I doubt that's going to happen.
It's over!
Why do you doubt that?
You're doing a great job.
I doubt I'm going to be allowed to shelf the campaign more than I doubt that everybody's going to... Well, no, I highly doubt that everybody's going to make it there, because I guarantee you that at least one of the characters isn't.
Well, we already took care of that, so we're fine.
We already know who.
And I should probably give you a fun fact about this campaign. Other than that, I've never actually got a chance to finish it. Here's my fun fact for this campaign. This campaign is not entirely random, but this campaign does technically have random bosses. Because I have a list of people they can potentially run into at each level. They are mostly flushed out, and then as the players interact with them, they become more and more so. That is how I run this campaign.
Can't wait to meet and or die to them.
Yay! Alright, Gray. Give it...
Oh, gotta do a fun fact, huh?
Enthuse us.
No enthusing. I'm Gray, Grayman Gaming. Yeah. Gray is just a quiet individual for the reasons of his background, which is a less than savory one, shall we say.
Alright, and for our three new players, if you guys could just be like, hi, my name is, with your screen name, and then I'm playing, and give character name, character class, and character race of what you wanted to play that you're not going to get to play because Morden's a...
Alright, that's interesting. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Nice.
So, I'm Psychorax, and I'm going to play Sokoran, who is a tiefling sorcerer, wild magic sorcerer.
Ooh.
Or want to be. And he's a bit of a goof, I think he has an intelligence of 4. Something like that. And He's a sorcerer, but he's wannabe bard, and he's like doing special effects in a wandering troop, where people are like trying to get him out of trouble all the time because he's a bit stupid.
Nice.
Right, I'll go second here. Hello, my name I am Beholder Online, but tonight I will be playing Billy Hillbridge, the normally barbarian monk. He's your old-fashioned farmer. He's a normal. He's going to be a normal human in all sense in the phrase. He's a really thin whip kind of kid, but he might be changed into something else. And we'll find out what that is. Unless it's already happened.
Perfect.
And then I am Minor 49er. I prefer Minor, but I will be playing the Mysterious Monarch. Well, let's just say they're a mysterious individual who got in a bit over their head when interacting with the certain barkeep of a certain tavern. And that's all we'll share for now.
All right. Ace, would you like to do a fun fact for this week, or do you want to skip?
Doesn't he owe us like 4 because he made you do 4 last week?
No, I did 4 because I'm awesome. He can choose not to be awesome. He's allowed.
Come back to me. Give me
You're the end, sir. We ran the gauntlet, sir. I'm sorry.
Hi, everybody. My name's Scorched Ace. I'm playing Badger Sindri, who should be a gnomish druid, but instead is a Furbolg rogue.
Phantom rogue. Yep.
And my fun fact is that I have been subbed to this channel for 4 years after Second rated me when I was when I was playing RimWorld.
In a RimWorld stream.
Yep.
There you go. Second gave another fun fact. Where's yours?
Okay. Hi, I'm Subclass Elitist. I am normally the GM, but you know, it's Thursday, so today's my day off. Haha. I am playing Nathan, and my fun fact is the longest running character that I have ever played on a consecutive basis was in fact not a tabletop character, but a LARP character who was a barbarian who was supposed to be dead in 4 sessions and instead lasted 7 years and has actually outlasted the existence of that chapter of the game because he is still around. I am just too old and broken to play the crazy son of anymore.
It's a real Castlevania moment of the world's longest suicide note.
Yes, yeah, it was. Like, literally, they asked me, because I'm a writer, to write the how to play a barbarian, like tease packet for new players. So I said, when playing a barbarian, which for them was a race, intend the character to be disposable because you're probably only going to get 8 weekends out of the character before you do something, you know, gratuitously stupid and have to make up a new character. And for the next 6 years, people would keep bringing me the pamphlet going, is this you? Is this you? Did you write this? Yeah, I look, I'm trying, all right? I'm trying.
You found too many people who were sitting there with you, like, in your backpack going, you're not allowed to die, you're not allowed to die, you're not allowed to die.
I had players literally jump in the way of obliteration so I wouldn't get killed. It's not my fault.
And just to clarify what obliteration means in this sense is obliteration means you died 3 times instantaneously.
Yeah.
I mean, you survived in a blit too.
I also survived in a blit, but I mean,
Yes.
but it's not my
Yes,
fault.
you did.
It's not my fault. Okay. All right. Enough fun
Anyway.
facts. Let's actually play a game.
So I'm going to steal a bit out of Second's book. And does anybody want to tell me where we still left off?
Ooh. We left off having finished everything that Dalton wanted us to do, and he race changed us all back to our original races and classes.
Absolutely. You're now a kobold fighter that is wielding a great axe.
I
Just-
don't think that was my build, but now I want to play that character.
Yep, you're on
Welcome.
disadvantage for all of your swings because the kobold can't use the great axe.
But it's okay because as long as I have one friend nearby, I have advantage, so it's fine.
I'm sorry, wrong kobold.
Shh.
Monsters of the Multiverse kobold. Sorry, you get to cry really
Aw.
loud and give everybody else advantage.
Fair.
All right, just for the recap of today, in the last episode, they made it to the third floor of the hold. They fought their way through some sword wraiths that were guarding a barred door.
Point of order. I just need to bring this up for everyone. That man in that corner up there is a genius, and we all missed it. And I only caught it because I'm going back and editing the stuff to put up for the video.
What did I do?
Dalton literally says the other team he sent all died on the third floor. He just doesn't say it in so many words, so we missed it. And the other team that he sent were the sword wraiths that we ran into that were all stuck trying to barricade the door.
May or may not be accurate.
Yes. I caught it.
Very
Tight story.
And you, in fact, talked one sword wraith back into being, dead and not unhappy that he died in the way he did, which was brownie points. And I should have gave you a fate point for that, but I didn't because I
That's okay.
forgot.
That's okay. Chad will just throw more uglies at me anyway.
I give you a fate point. Chat changes you into something else.
Oh. But yeah, so we did make it. We made it to the third floor. We're exploring around. We know that we need 2 different puzzle pieces. One of which we got, which was the one under the mountain, the pillar under the mountain. At the moment, I can't remember what the
Thanks,
other
Gray. Pillar under the mountain, plaque between 3 kings.
and a plaque between 3 kings is what we're currently searching for. Because when we find both of those, that's when we think we'll be able to find a way to access the crown, which is the item that we are currently trying to collect for Dalton, so that we can move on to our new adventure, which will be meeting all of our new fun friends.
And don't gloss over the fact that you found this awesome merchant that talks to you in your head, and
Oh right, we found the
one
bone
of our
merchant.
one of our fun gnomes / drow now signed a contract with him for 4,000 gold.
Nah. Firstborn immortal soul. I don't care. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. What can possibly go wrong?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing can
Nothing
go
can go wrong. This is perfect. I don't see any problems with this. It's fine.
All right.
Okay.
So we just finished that. If I remember correctly, the 2 items that were purchased are both on Second's card now because I've changed you back to your artificer. Yeah, I bumped you up by accident. I didn't mean to. I just decided to leave it the way it is. Which you purchased the robe of useful items
I don't even know where we are. Where I am.
and the near the top right hand corner.
Oh, okay.
And the scroll of revivify.
Did we roll for what useless items were on the robe of useless items?
We did not.
Okay.
That is something that should probably happen.
Well, I know for a fact I have the auto ones, but we have 44 other patches, and we can get to them later.
Yep, because that was actually something I forgot to do between sessions. My bad. We will absolutely work that out in the shortly.
It's okay. I already know that I have a short list of things that I know that I have. So.
All right. So the bone merchant does not leave, and the 4 spaces you guys could not go into, you still can't go into, which would be the 2 spaces next to him and the spaces in the corners.
Oh my god! I just saw what the bone merchant's coin does.
What does the bone merchant's coin do?
You have advantage on death saving throws while carrying this magic coin.
The reason why you only get one Yep. In addition, you can flip the coin as an action.
To summon the Bone Merchant. Well, I expected that part, but I didn't realize that it was going to actually give me an actual advantage on top of it. Wow. Okay.
I mean, you signed the contract. He gave you a bonus.
That's almost worth it. Not gonna lie. Okay.
I mean, he just wants your soul to be just that little bit much bigger by the time you come back to him.
That's fine. Okay.
All right. So, the Bone Merchant doesn't appear to be leaving, but he's also like kind of staring at you guys.
All right, guys. I think we should go.
Okay.
Where do we still need to explore?
You've pretty much searched everything to the west. You can go through the barred doors to the north, or you can go through the doors to the south.
All right. So I think. What do you guys think?
I feel like the doors to the north might be where we want to go and simultaneously don't want to go.
I know, right? Like, I feel like if we go through the doors to the north, then that's going to get us to where we're trying to go. But I also feel like once we go through the doors to the north, we're going to get to where we're supposed to go, and then we won't be able to come back here again.
So north or south is what you were saying?
Correct.
I go to the south and pick the lock.
You put the lockpicks into the lock, and then you figure out that you just can push the door open.
Oh. Hey guys, I unlocked it.
Good job, Gramps!
I pushed the door open.
I send in a light.
Okay. Well, you guys can absolutely see a light coming in through the broken portion of the wall here. The room is barren, much like pretty much everything else you've seen, because at this point, you're sure this place is entirely older than you thought initially, because there's barely even spider webs. It's almost like the place is not being cleaned, but and stop where you're at. All right, Gray.
Yep.
Yep. There's that pause button I always forget you can use. But since we're gonna cut that off, I'm gonna explain what Gray's just walked into. Gray, you stepped into the light right in front of you, and you see five skeletons and a sword wraith. Since you've already know what the sword wraiths look like, and I'm not even going to bother to tell you there's something else. They are all clearly staring at the door that is to the your left. You actually can't see it, but
I was going to say something I can't see.
Yeah, you see they're staring at something that you can't see. The actually. I believe it is currently actually it is the skeleton, the skeletal, sorry, words. The arcane skeleton that is currently has a light source out. And in fact, in this case, it's a torch in one hand and he has the staff in the other. And they are, it appears to be that they're guarding something. Possibly.
Do they notice me?
They're not paying attention to you at all.
I got this. I tried to be stealthy and get back.
With a 16, you absolutely beat their passive perceptions.
Pretty
so
stealthy.
you are able to back away slowly. You're not quite the just Kool-Aid man through the room and walking back out. You're almost there, but not quite.
Oh yeah!
But they, as far as you're aware, they don't see you, and it's not a fight you have to take if you don't want to.
Okay.
I say we focus on trying to get the crown initially, and then...
Well, is the crown on?
They may be staring at the crown.
True.
No, probably not, because the crown
The crown's
seems to
on the
give
ground.
off light, right?
Yes, the light that that you were seeing back here this crack in the ground is light coming from the crown, because that break goes down to the giant, almost like entrance hall style room that had the crown in the middle of it with the, you can assume the skeleton was the Dwarven King's skeleton. Or at least a retainer of some sort that was able to stay close to him. So you know for a fact the crown is not on this level because it is in fact on the first.
So
Maybe staring at the placard.
yeah, so we need to find a placard between 3 kings, and I don't see any kings in there, and I certainly don't see 3. So, do we want
Give me another stealth check.
Who, me?
Yes, because you're currently the only one they would possibly be able to see.
Okay, well, I would have moved back and away. Yeah,
Okay.
The game's paused.
Right. I hit the pause button, didn't I? Yep, move away.
Yeah.
There you go. Never mind. Now
Okay,
you're good.
That's about where I would have went.
And you're fine. Never mind. Ignore it. Getting used to that whole pause button thing that I'm not used to having.
Using pause breaks the action up. So, yeah, I tend to agree that I don't think we're going to find what we're looking for there.
So north.
It seems like that's about all we got.
I mean, between the two, I think that's the one that we're more likely to find what we're looking for. I mean, we could also go take out that fight and then make sure that they're not a problem, but other than that...
That's up to you. We can fight, or we can try to just complete the quest quickly.
For reasons that are totally beyond my understanding, I think this one time I want to just try to complete the quest more quickly.
Yeah, I don't know. I just have this innate feeling maybe Dalton's whispering in our ears that we need to get back to the tavern quick.
I think if Dalton was whispering in our ears, we'd be able to feel the tickle from the mustache.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Hey, Gramps, we got 2 doors. I'll race you to unlock them.
Oh, we lost somebody.
No!
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
You should be.
It just moves everybody around, but that's okay. It'll get fixed in a second.
It'll fix itself. There you go.
There we go.
All right. Sorry.
All right.
And now I am also back because I hit the wrong button and lost all of my screens.
All right. So we're gonna race to doing a lockpicking check.
Which is sleight of hand, correct? Oh wait, no.
Which
we
is
can
actual
actually- I
lock-
forgot, we can actually
thieves'
push the
tools.
lockpick.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Sorry. Use thieves' tools. Ooh, 17.
Oh,
You almost got an actual 20 there.
15. You got me.
Clunk and clunk. Nothing happens.
All right. Do we do it again?
All right, doing it again.
Nope.
So
18.
Was the 12 you?
The 12 was me. Don't worry.
All
We
right.
know exactly what just happened. It's fine.
So
I didn't pull up my own set of tools. I just clicked on his button, but because I'm GM, it did it under his name. But it's okay.
that is perfectly fine. So, in the case of the 18, you feel like you might have almost had it for a second there and lost it. In the case of the 12, you heard a clunk, a snap, and
Dang.
you're not really able to get into the door anymore.
Mending.
Mending will absolutely fix the lock, so you can
Okay.
try again.
Okay.
All right, third time's the charm, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely
It
is.
was
Third
for
time is
you.
absolutely the charm.
All right. Well, you made it.
And Nathan still was not able to get through the door, but Sindri absolutely gets through this door like a boss on the third try.
Good job, Gramps.
I just wanted you to feel like you were participating. I didn't want you to feel left behind if I just did it on the first try. So I wanted to make sure you felt good. Do you feel
okay.
better?
I'm okay.
Good. I swing open the door.
Roll for
Hey,
initiative.
Roll for initiative.
There we go. Oh god, why is the rogue in the front?
Oh god!
Nice. 7.
Oh no! We actually do need to roll for initiative.
Yeah, you actually do need to roll for initiative. I wasn't sure.
Crap! I would like to re-roll my initiative because you just rolled me. I want to protest your rolling a 5 for my initiative.
I don't know why you showed up as an NPC, sir, but you can absolutely roll your initiative again. It's fine. But you can.
And I
you
rolled
can
a
take
4,
that 4.
so I shouldn't have protested. That's
You
what you
should
get,
not have
kids.
protested.
All right. I mean,
Alrighty then.
last is still last, so I guess it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, you guys had some pretty bad rolls on this one.
Right?
So,
Yeah, it's
just to give you a descriptor of the room, because you've kicked open the door, even though it's not the door actually in front of you. You are in fact seeing a room with 3 jade dwarven kings in it. You can tell because they in fact have crowns. Their beards are completely have beard clamps on them, and at least one of the cases, the one that's broken and fallen over, you can see what looks like the beard was in fact protected by armor plating. And you see a plaque on top of what looks like a pedestal, in the center of the room. Now, you also unfortunately see and probably smell them first now that the reason why the door was locked and barred was because there are in fact ghouls, a ghast, and something that looks suspiciously like a ghast but doesn't look quite right.
That's not good.
Does any of you have a light source on at the moment?
We have all of
the fireflies.
I do not.
You have the fireflies in. All right, absolutely cool. That's what I didn't know if you'd moved them into the room or not.
Yep. Like literally, as the door's opening, before I even get a chance to see, I'm just like swoosh.
All right, just wanted to make sure.
My little mechanical fireflies.
So yep, you smell the horribleness that is the ghoul's natural smell, I guess at this point. Who actually goes first? Oh, they do. Never mind.
Who goes first?
Yeah.
Not Nathan.
Not Nathan, correct.
It's a sad day when Gray has the highest initiative in the party.
It's not a good sign.
Gray, you were rolling ridiculous before.
Yeah, but that was
All
a
right.
heavily armored paladin with a 2-handed weapon.
All right. And to clarify, there is nothing we can do with the dancing lights, correct? They're there until you decide to not have them there?
Correct. I mean, technically, Dispel Magic will destroy them if you really want to waste it.
Right. But yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure. So, the ghast will go first. The ghast will run up to the door and rip this one open. I don't mean open the door, I mean literally rip it open.
Oh, great.
So that door is off its hinges. And it is going to attack the badger, because the badger is the one right in front.
Morden, as he rips the door off, as a free action, I would like to regret my life choices.
You absolutely can regret your life choice.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I'm sorry, sir. You missed.
Yes, you missed.
He misses badly. So the ghast runs forward,
Hits the guy to his left.
rips the door basically off his hinges, and lunges for you. Pretty much smacking himself against the door he just tried to rip off, and stops him from moving forward.
What
So
are these
that
doors
is
made out of, by the way?
These doors appear to be stone, but with a lot more gold inlaid into them.
Got it.
They are absolutely not the doors of you're stealing more of them.
Okay.
You're
They're
not
the
getting any
doors
more of
stealing.
those.
Okay. Have to remember to run upstairs and grab those before we leave.
All right. So that was the guest. Now it's the ghoul to the other, to his left, who is going to take a 5-foot step. And guess what he's going to try and do?
Miss me?
We'll see. He tries to take a little nibble out of
He's
you.
gonna miss.
Is he going to nibble you or not? Let's
Nope,
see.
he's gonna miss.
He absolutely
Damn
going to
it.
nibble.
That is
It
definitely
worked
a
the
nibble.
first time.
And he does 13 points of damage.
Ouch!
All right. Well, that answers that question.
Upside is they were famished, so they charged at you and took a bite instead of slashing you with the claws, because that could have been bad. All right, and next is the guest up top, who in fact cannot get to you guys this turn because everybody else is in the way.
Yay for things being in the way.
He's gonna run all the way over to here.
He's trying to get out of the light because he's dark. I'm just reaching.
I mean, if you want to give me an Arcana check on him.
I will give you an Arcana check on him. How's a 9 sound?
You are very concerned that you've never heard of a ghoul that looks like this before, or a ghast that looks like this before.
Hey guys, I've never heard of a gas that looks like this before.
You regretted your life choices to the point where you have no idea what this is, and you're regretting it even more.
It's nothing but regret. My life is nothing but regret. Maybe that's why I'm a drow now.
And next up is Gray. What is Gray doing?
Oh, let's see. Gray is going to... I think now would be a nice time to cast a Scorching Ray.
Yeah, right now would be a good time to pull out the big guns.
Oh, that's happening when we get down to initiative 4.
Oh, right. You're going to pull out the baby ballista that fires like a freaking full-blown great cannon.
Yep.
All right.
Ooh. Someone did a tang. I heard a tang.
So that is a normal hit.
You're attacking the ghast. Okay.
Yes,
Does
sir.
2 points of fire. Okay. It absolutely burns him. He absolutely feels it.
All right. So I actually get 2 more rays with that. But it only brought up 1 attack, so...
I think you just have to click it multiple
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, I believe you can check
You have
off.
to recast the spell, which is stupid.
Yeah, but there's a checkbox that allows you to say that you're not actually.
Yeah, you're not using the spell
Not
slot.
using a spell slot. Yep.
Yeah.
That'll absolutely hit. Roll your damage. That's a lot better. That's the average we're looking for. There we go, Gray. Okay, Gray. You need to take these dice into light and darkness and never let them go. Just saying.
Yeah, right?
Yep, so all 3 Scorching Rays blast to him. He is not bloodied yet, but he is not happy that he just got drilled like that.
I am. Does that count?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you can absolutely be happy about that. Next up is the ghoul that is to Badger's right. Fortunately, Badger is close target. This one can't lunge around the corner, so he's just going to try and swipe you, and he's going to miss badly because he's swinging around the corner. So, it is, I believe, Badger's turn. No, it's not. It's Godry's turn.
Go, Godry.
Godry is going to run forward and try and deal with the ghast that has been scorching raid to doom. Oh, yeah. He's going to turn on a light.
He said on the third day, "Let there be light."
He remembers this thing. So he turned on the light. Take that whatever way you will. Godry hits. Godry is not using his shield, so he is going to stab with both hands. It does 12 points damage. The ghast is bloodied, and Godry will swing again.
But not as good this time.
Misses terribly this time, and Godry heals a little bit more. By the way, Godry is bloodied. He is kind of battered.
Damn.
I am accounting for... Well, he won't be bloodied anymore, but he was bloodied before he walked up to here.
Right.
But I am accounting for the couple of rounds that happened while you guys were walking around and him healing on his own.
Yep. No, don't worry. I have plans.
All right. And then it is Badger's turn. What is the Badger doing?
Bonus action.
Disengage?
No. Bonus action. Let me find it. Bonus action hidden step. So I turn invisible.
Oh, right. Forgot. Start of your turn.
Yes.
Start of your turn. The stench is so bad coming off of the ghoul, you have to take a con save. Give me a Constitution save throw. You are fine, and you no longer have to worry about this for the next 24 hours.
Booyah.
Kane, thank you very much for your sub to the channel that you were just gifted by Greymane.
I'm above the stench. My tall build is now put me above the smell. And with that, I go, nope. And I turn invisible.
Thanks, by the way.
And I'm going to 5, 10. Turn around since I'm invisible.
And you have advantage against whomever you decide to
15.
shoot.
Wait, where did the big guy go?
Big guy, you saw him run over to a
all the way
corner.
over there. Damn. Okay.
Yep.
So if I go 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, I can see him.
You
Nice.
can.
And I make that shot.
You can make that shot. It is the least 3/4 cover, so he is going to get a decent bonus to his AC.
That's fine. I'm still going for the shot. Because I have advantage, so I might as well.
Okay. When you have a second, roll me a D100.
D100. Got it.
Wait, why am I about to hit one of them?
No, this has nothing to do with that.
Beautiful.
I am a 29.
So I take a short bow shot. At advantage. There's a 22. I forgot to target him. I apologize.
No, you're fine. Yes, that is enough to hit him.
All right. And then plus 2d4 for sneak attack. Normal. Wait, is it 2d4 or 2d6?
2d6.
Damn, okay.
So roll
So-
3d6 plus 5.
So it's 2.
And actually, I can see, yeah, you rolled a 2.
So I already
just roll-
did the 2. Let me just re-roll the 2d6.
Yeah.
So that'd be 7 plus whatever this is. 4, so...
11.
11.
You did better with D4s than D6s.
I did. So 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay. It looks like it hurt him. He's not
What?
bloodied or anything.
That's all I'm going to do. I mean, that's all I can do. I bonus actioned and actioned.
Next is Nathan.
Okie doke. All right. So,
After your turn is over is when it happens.
yep, that's fine. So what I'm going to do...
Stench.
It's
What?
one second. It starts
You
to
have to-
turn within 5 feet, so it would be Godry in this case. It's not Badger.
I'm here.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
The only person right now who has to worry about is Godry.
Okay, cool. So I am going to still having a +1 from Rose that I'm not using yet. I'm going to drop an Eldritch Protector right here for my action. As my bonus action, I'm going to activate the Eldritch Protector so that all of us get 7 temporary hit points. And for my move, I'm not going to cause 3 attacks of opportunity because that would hurt a lot. So, but if I stay here, it's also going to hurt a lot. So
I'm going to point out I am slightly confused as to what, because for me, where you put your protector is where you're standing, which is why I was saying that you didn't have to worry about the stench.
No, I'm in the door.
Yeah, I didn't know you were in the doorway. So yes, you would absolutely have to take the con check. I don't know why it's not showing that for me on my screen.
Okay, no worries. Con save?
Yep, con save.
Suck it.
You are fine. You do not have to worry about it for 24 hours.
Cool. You know what? I'm pretty emboldened now. So I think now I'm actually going to try to disengage between 7 free hit points and hoping I don't die and getting out of the way so that other people can get... No, there is no one else that can get in the way, is there? All right, screw it. I'm just going to stand here and cower and use my free action to regret life choices. Okay. Oh, wait. I use half my move. No, they're in melee. Never. I was about to say, I use half my movement to go prone, but no, that would be a really dumb thing to do while they're standing right on top of me. So. So everybody gets 7 temps, and that's the end of my turn. Boop.
And everybody sees a little portal open up next to Nathan.
No!
And you see a little hand come through and turn spectral like it did the last time. And goes,
Damn it.
You know, I think you look better this way. And pokes Nathan.
And what does Nathan get poked
Nathan
into?
shrinks.
How much more can... Oh, wait, no, I can shrink a lot. No, that's good. What do I shrink into?
You shrink. You have this horrible pain in your back as you turn into a fairy. And wings are sprouting out.
I turned into a roachy.
You, in fact, turned into a roachy.
Okay.
Have fun.
God damn it. I don't even know those racials. I need to go look them up. Hold on. I've got a round.
You know Druidcraft and you know Fairy Fire. From your racials, you get to choose Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma, and you have a fly speed that's equal to your walking speed as long as you're not wearing medium or heavy armor.
Great. All right. Thanks, Noctis.
You can absolutely, fix your character at your own leisure.
That's what I'm doing right now.
All right, so back to the top of the order. Guess who gets to go first? The guest that you guys beat the living crap out of.
Yay!
He is not happy, as one might guess. He is going to take a swipe at Godry because... No, I keep forgetting because Nathan is right in front of him. He's going to take a swipe at Nathan because Nathan's right in front of him.
Yeah, I felt that was coming.
Because Nathan is the tastier of the two looking bits in front of him.
If they miss, we could just say they swung for the larger form.
Yeah, they swing trying to punch a drow in the face, and as the punch comes in, it's just shoo, 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 shoo.
This is quite literally what happened.
Nice.
You see the guest's hand go right through Alton's hand and go right past where your head would have been if it had not been, for the fact that he'd already poked you. And the ghast missed. And the ghoul that is in front of Godry is going to do the same thing because Godry is not looking the most appetizing. He's going to
very
take a
tasty,
little reach.
trust me.
Does a 17 hit? Oh no, I'm attacking the protector. Does a 17 hit your AC, sir?
Yes.
He does 9 points of damage.
I shall take 2.
And can you give me a Constitution save throw?
I can, but I choose not to. Ha ha!
And
24.
you are fine. You are not paralyzed, so you are good.
Yay!
Next on the bucket list, and by that I mean he's the guys that are get dropped in the bucket when this is over, is the bigger ghast who's going to step forward and cannot target Nathan. He wants the chewy bits, but he can't get to them, so he's going to go after Godry. He, being slightly different, gets a little bit more than gets to do more attacks than the rest.
I don't want to do any more attacks.
Absolutely smashes Godry, unfortunately. And does 12 points of damage.
Godry had 7 temps.
I will
I think-
add those in just a moment. I will add 7 back to him.
I have a feeling he may want those temporary hit points in a second.
Yep, he might. And he barely misses with the second swing. Because I got to fix Godry's AC because he's not using shield at the moment. All right, there's Godry's AC's fixed, and let's add the 7 temps back. Godry is bloodied, but not terribly so. Godry, you are immune to poison, right? Yes, you are. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's good to know. Anyway, sorry. Back on track here. And Gray, it's your turn. What are you going to do, Gray?
I am going to switch up targets, but do the same thing.
So now you can see the scary one. You decided you want to attack the scary one?
Indeed, I am.
By the way, if everybody has now seen him, anybody wanting to roll a Arcana check can roll an Arcana check to see what it is.
Nope, don't want to.
That is a goodly amount of damage, sir.
I know what it is.
It's in pain. That's what it is.
I just rolled a 20 on my Arcana.
Oh, that was your Arcana. I thought that was another ray. Another ray. My bad.
Nope.
27 on there. You absolutely know what this is. You are 100% sure this is a shadow ghast, and you are 100% sure that you are glad that it was locked into this room, because as long as there is any form of dark whatsoever, it is completely invisible, basically.
Invisible or invincible?
Invisible.
Okay, thank you.
Don't make them more scary. Don't give them ideas.
Just wanted to make sure.
Okay, that was 3.
Alrighty.
This is... Dalton needs to stop screwing with us.
Oh, you got him the bloody.
I mean, you're not the one that just sprouted wings.
But I could be the next time.
True.
I'm just adjusting you to the way you're supposed to be on my screen. If that messed with you at all, don't worry about it. I remember. The ghoul that is on the far right, you are in fact the only person that he can see, so he's going to attack you. Let's see, the only person he can get to. 17 hits, and let's see what happened. Oh. And it rolled your... that's good to know. It rolls the save for you automatically. I did not know it does that.
It can. But I failed.
Yes. Yes, you did. You are paralyzed for 1 minute, and you get to make a save at the end of your turn.
Okay. That's ungood.
And I believe next person in the line would be Godry. Godry is actually not even going to swing. Or swing in the traditional sense. Godry actually puts his shield forward, slams it into the ghast that's in front of you, in front of Nathan. In doing so, he's actually using his body to push you backwards. Pushes you back 5 feet.
Okay. I mean, I'm small, so that's believable.
You're small, and he is a lot stronger than he looks. So, Godry is bouncing you back, but he does not get to do anything else for the turn.
All right, it won't let me update the token, but I have the character updated if anybody wants to hover over me and look at how fabulous I am. You're welcome.
Lovely.
Nice.
I immediately regret that card. Next is Badger. What is Badger doing?
That character hurts my eyes.
Grandson, are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm just trying to figure out why all of these Miracle Maxes... Oh, I think I just got double unparalyzed is what happened.
Yep.
All right,
Alrighty
so
then.
I'm going to return the second card because the first one would have done it. So I am not paralyzed.
So you can return theirs if mine went through second,
Too late.
because I have 11 of them.
Yeah, yours went through first, so it's fine.
Okay.
So I am
So-
unparalyzed.
I'm targeting the special one.
Yep. Because he moved forward, he's only in light cover now.
And I am behind like 2 individuals and by a wall. Is it safe to say I could probably bonus action hide?
It is, but you have disadvantage in trying to hide from him.
That's fine. I'll still take that. It's worth a try.
There
So
we go.
bonus action hide. So let me try to roll for that. You said disadvantage, right?
Correct.
That was pretty good. 24.
Yeah, he can't see you.
Sweet. And then I will take my shot.
Okay, you have advantage on your shot.
Short bow, advantage. And remember the correct things. Plus 2d6 this time. Damn. Only 13. We need to
Okay.
level up one so I can take a second shot.
We're working on it.
No, you're a rogue. You never get a second shot. Rogues
Womp
do not
womp.
get more than one attack ever. That is not in any subclass.
We need to level up twice so you can take 2 levels of fighter with your rogue.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, so you can take an action search so you can do it again.
Mhm.
Yeah, he is absolutely not happy and he's very bloody.
Okay. Well, that's all I can do.
And for you, Gray, I meant to give you this bit earlier. The shadow ghasts are normally things that you would see in, like the Shadowfell and other places. They are not normally on like they are something that is summoned normally. They are not natural to hear at all. You would be very well aware of that.
Okay.
Is my turn?
It is your turn, sir.
Okay. So,
Mister, I'm not, you know...
having been shrunken, stinkified, paralyzed, pushed, and unparalyzed, all within the last 3 seconds. I am not happy. So, I am going to focus all of my aggression on this bloodied guy in front of me. And I scream to him,
"You're in trouble now, mister!"
Oh God.
and I take my shot.
Like I said, I
with my
immediately
crossbow.
regret this.
I mean, regret all you want.
Now you got to come up with all new spider things or fairy things now.
I mean, I will if it lasts that long, but if it's temporary, I'm not going to bother making them all over again.
Yeah, I didn't see the rarity of the card.
It's the
Oh, wait,
temp
no.
card, because it's only the one.
right.
I don't
And
have
they didn't get
advantage,
the
right?
pick.
There's no advantage.
You do not have advantage. No, it clearly could see you in the giant light.
I also don't have a snowball's chance in fucking hell of hitting. As my bonus action,
You just watch the crossbow quarrel bounce off of Godry's shield and go bouncing into the ceiling.
we will all get 13 temporary hit points,
Nice.
and I'm going to back the truck up a little bit.
But why?
Because I don't like the stink butts.
But they love you. See, they have all the bones and everything in front of them.
Yeah, and that's why I have all the other players in front of me. It's pretty much the same concept. 13 temporary hit points. That's nice.
And then we go back to the top of the turn, which is the bloodied
Bring it,
one that you tried to
bitch.
shoot at. He can't, unfortunately. He's got to get through Godry first. He is going to take a swing at Godry. And he going to miss. That's the end of his turn. Ghoul number 1 is going to also swing at Godry because that's the only person he can swing at. Because everybody else thoughtfully moved away. And he is also going to miss badly. And now it's the big guy's turn. He will absolutely hit Godry with a big old bite. He's going to take a giant chunk out of Godry.
No, he doesn't, because Godry has 13 temporary hit points.
And Godry is also vulnerable to his damage.
Well, it's a smaller bite.
That is true. That is very true. He's going to attack with his claws now. And he's going to miss. He hit with the bite, but missed with the claws.
I'm doing my best to keep Godry up.
Yep. You will notice that having seen Godry get bit twice now, the wounds are looking more necrotic than they really should on Godry. Almost like every time he bites, some necrotic is being injected through his teeth.
Okay.
All right.
That's not good.
Next is Gray. What does Gray do? Gray doing Gray things?
Well, I'm going to try to do something.
Something's good.
Throw some magic missile darts.
Good job. Good job.
Wait.
It rolls the damage once, and that's the damage that's applied to all of the darts you can throw.
Gotcha. So it'd be 15 in total.
Yes.
All right, Gray.
This
So-
thing's been summoned, I think.
You say this, and as you say this and watch the darts go flying in, you see the darts literally blow him in half. You will see that the darts were ripping him straight across the center line as he falls over dead.
Nice.
Perforation.
You, in fact, perforated him.
Yeah, I got it.
That is correct.
Perforated.
You will notice that Godry's glow is getting smaller.
I'm working
all of
on
a
it.
sudden, now that the shadow ghast has died. Next is the ghoul that can't actually. Ghoul that's going to move forward 5 feet because he can't hit anybody where he's at, and swing at Godry.
Stop swinging at Godry. The problem is we have absolutely no frontliners but Godry at the moment.
Yep. And it misses, but it has advantage. So I will roll one more time. Still misses. So Godry's happy. It missed him twice.
I'm happy it missed him twice.
Next is Badger. What is Badger doing?
Targeting the one that went for Godry, but I'm going to... Oops. Target that one. But I'm going to 5, 10, 15. Hide behind the pillar.
It can absolutely see you, so you
That's
do
fine.
not get an advantage on your shot.
I'm going to pretend I'm hidden, turn,
Perfectly
and shoot
hidden.
anyways.
Oh, hold on.
What are we holding on?
Godry just got healed 10 points.
Nice.
Thank you, Zadie.
19, looks like 19 hits.
Yes, 19 absolutely hits.
It takes,
And he
18.
absolutely bloodied.
which I would have popped back up so I could. And that's my turn.
Mm-hmm. All right, and you will see it is Nathan's turn.
Hey, Grandpa, do you know that you don't have to hide to shoot them if they're glowing? Now, where's the spells list? There we go.
You're sprinkling fairy dust all over them, sir.
That's the plan. Is it all targets or targets of my choosing?
I believe it is all
Pretty sure-
targets with
I'm pretty
with
sure it's
fairy
the
fire.
targets of your choosing. If
Any
it's fairy
foot
fire.
Well, either way, we're going to put it there.
Oh, nope, any creature.
Yep. All right, well, hold on, Godry. Good luck, buddy. Anyone attacking any of those targets has advantage. And I am going to use my bonus action to
Pop the protector again.
do 11 more temps. And I'm going to back the protector this way. No, I'm not. And I'm going to spend a fate point to take a shot.
Okay.
With advantage. Which hits. And does 7 points of damage to the ghoul. And he is dead.
You put that bolt right through the side of his cranium. All right. So, assuming that is everything for you, correct?
Yes, I have to remove a fate point.
No worries. Next up is the Ghast, who will be attacking Godry because Godry is still in the way. But has advantage this time. So he will definitely hit. Thankfully, no crits, but he definitely hit. Upside is it did not go through the temps. Next on the list is the other guy, the other ghoul, excuse me, who is not even hurt slightly, actually. So he's going to attack Godry because Godry's right in front of him and still can't get through him. And he is going to hit. And now we've officially started going through gone through his temps. All right. That is those two. Next would be Gray. What you doing, Gray?
Well, since I'm out of actual spells, cantrips it is.
Trip him.
Firebolt. There's my die rolls. I see them now.
Yep. You had advantage, sir. Just so roll
Yes.
another d20. Yeah. No matter who you picked over there, you had advantage against them. So
There
this
you
will
go.
hit. So who were you actually targeting? The
that
guest? All right.
Yeah, I actually had the target indicator on him.
New racial spell worked.
All good.
Nine damage of the fire.
It is still alive, but not looking very good. It is double bloodied.
Finish them.
Next would be Godry. Godry is definitely not slamming the door shut. As stated before, the light from Godry's shield is steadily getting smaller.
We're trying. I can't heal him. I can only give him temporaries.
It might not have anything to do with his health.
I know, but still.
He is going to stab a ghast. And is he going to kill it? The answer is yes, because he
Yes.
can't not.
Yay, Godry.
Godry murders the ghast.
I mean,
And
I would
Godry-
say he should crit fish, but he doesn't have to because it's dead.
I honestly forgot to roll it that way, but yeah, you're right. It should have.
Yep.
And he stabs the ghast first directly in the face, murdering it, and then proceeds to stab the ghoul in the stomach. That is the end of Godry's turn. After Godry is Badger. What is the Badger doing?
Taking a shot. Well, I guess bonus action hiding.
You don't have to. You already
Well, I
have
don't
advantage.
need to. 'Cause it's advantage. Taking a shot.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I didn't roll
As
that
he
with
rolls one dice.
But it's still- oh wait, I should roll again. Just
You should roll again to crit fish. Because crit fishing is always fun. Still hits either way.
And Badger, when you roll your damage, add 1d8 fire to it, thanks to Psychorax.
Yep. They don't take any special bonuses from fire.
13.
So
Nice.
you fire your arrow. The arrow strikes him in the eye socket, and for one random reason or another, you see the rest of his head just kind of burn off and char away.
Nice.
The combat is over. The fairy fire is making the room glow, and especially all the little, sparkly lights of the flies. They suddenly, for some reason, start looking like fireflies instead.
Oh, Godry's
Did you
light is
know?
fading.
Godry's light is fading. Godry is moving very slow. Godry is not gone, but Godry is absolutely moving like sluggishly. He's not. He's kind of getting unresponsive. Let's put it
All
that
right,
way.
I walk up and in Dwarven, I'm like, Godry, go.
Godry, are you okay, buddy?
He's not answering. He's kind of slumping a little bit right there.
Okay.
Can I use our Arcana to try to figure out if it's related to enemies in the compound?
You can. Yeah, I'll give you Arcana. Arcana or Religion. from what you've seen, you can think that it was probably something to do with something that was in this room. But you can kind of tell that whatever was keeping him around isn't really doing it anymore.
So
I attempt to pull him back out of the room.
No real change. You're feeling the dead weight. So it's kind of like trying to move the 250-pound dwarf that he actually is in the plate mail around.
Right.
So you're having a rough time dragging him, but he's not really responding. Slowly the light does fade from his shield and Godry's no longer there.
Oh.
Godry himself, you see, just like with the first Eternal soldier.
Right.
He bursts into flames and the ashes are all that remains for just a second as he fades out. Now, unlike with the first one, you are sure that this was not because Godry was slain in battle, but more because Godry did what he wanted to do.
Right. Okay. All right.
Hey, Gray. I think that means we're probably just about done here. And that means as soon as we go through this door and we get the thing, we're going to be able to use these doors to leave. And that means we should go upstairs and get the other doors and bring the other doors down behind these doors so that we can leave with all the doors.
Well, unfortunately, I used all my spells.
Ow.
Staying alive, I think was a little more important.
I mean, maybe. Anyway, all right, so I can make one of the doors small, and then we can put that in the bag. How are we going to get the other one? What was the original plan?
I was going to teleport, or not teleport, levitate it, and then push it.
Ow. Oh, wait, it's just to move it. That's what you were trying to do, right? Not...
Yeah.
Okay. I have a plan. I'll be back.
Okay, so I go and I get my little tarantula buddy to follow me. Okay. Are both of the doors off the hinges already, and we were just looking to try to move them, if I remember correctly?
Yes, because Gray almost got crushed by the door.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to go up, and I'm going to use my last spell slot, to shrink the door, and so that it fits in the bag of holding. That's door number 1. Door number 2, I'm going to use my rope, and I'm going to tether the door to the Eldritch Protector so that I can just drag the thing. Because I don't care if it's uncomfortable, because it can't break, and if it does, it only lives for an hour anyway.
Okay.
Yes.
So, like, the Elder Protector is absolutely digging its legs in
Uh-huh.
to try and move this thing.
Uh-huh. And it's slowly moving, right? It's slowly moving? No.
It's
Okay.
slowly dragging, it's slowly getting pulled towards the door every time it tries to move forward.
Okay, I'm going to cut it loose, and I guess we'll just have the one door. But that's okay. That should still be enough for what I needed to do. Probably. And I'm going to run back downstairs, and the Eldritch Protector is following me as quickly as it can.
Right. All right. So,
Flit.
so you come into the room, and like I said earlier, you have the 3 statues of the kings around the plaque. I'm just going to assume you go right up to the plaque at this point and start looking for the rune.
I mean, it's not a bad plan.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, before he even did that, I was looking around for the plaque.
I mean, to be
Okay.
fair, they probably have a good 5 or 10 minutes before I make it back down to do whatever you're doing with them while I'm on the
Okay.
other side of the door.
So the you look around the room. The room is pretty bare at this point. You're absolutely sure that whatever was here took everything that was here, and the last group or the wraiths locked in the ghouls in here because they couldn't deal with them.
Oh, Morden.
Second.
So the thing is like tugging it slowly, but it's still able to move it, right?
What is the actual strength of this thing?
10.
Because 10? No, it is not moving this.
Never mind. Okay, back to
Yeah.
plan B. I had a plan C that was brilliant, but no, back to plan B.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
You would have to be at least about a strength 15 to be able to move this thing at all.
It's fine. I'll only steal like 10,000 gold pieces worth of platinum. It's okay.
Right. Because you're still walking away with basically a 500-pound door. I understand.
500 pounds of platinum. Yeah. Sorry, not platinum. Adamantium.
Anyway, you've gone through, you've searched the room, you didn't find anything. After during your search, you absolutely do find the plaque is able to be depressed. You may have, poked it a little bit and felt that it could be pressed down to activate. You assume another rune below. As soon as you fully press it, the light that was to the south, you see flares and then goes back to the way it was. You do not find anything in the room like gold or anything like that wise. Like it was because it's been basically looted already, just like pretty much everything else in here, unfortunately.
But we saw that there was a flash.
You absolutely saw from the break in the floor to the south, where the little bit of the glow is showing through. You saw a flash from there when you pressed it.
Hey guys, hold on, I'll go check.
I fly through the hole.
You squeeze into the hole. You get to the point where like your head is all the way through it, and you can look down and you see that the aura around the crown is still there, but the bubble does not appear to be.
All right, so I pop my head back through the hole in the ground, and I'm like,
Hey guys, there's no more bubble.
No
All
more
right,
bubbles?
No more bubble.
let's get this crown and let's get back.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get back. Let's get this done with.
Okay.
and I go back through, and can I see the crown, being on an entirely separate floor of the dungeon than the rest of the party, which certainly isn't unsafe in any way.
I mean, you were 40 feet in the air, but you could fly, so it doesn't really matter. But
Right.
yes, you could see the crown.
Okay.
Do
I was gonna
you
say, why don't
guys
you
want
just-
me to try
Why
to
don't you
pick
just
it
grab
up?
it and bring
or...
it back up.
Okay. All right, Grandpa, I'll be right there.
Grab it. Run.
All right, so I assume you come
Can
back
the crown
up.
fit through the hole in the floor?
Yes, the crown can, because the crown's not. The hole in the floor is actually fairly
okay.
large.
Okay, good.
It's you technically could fall into it if it wasn't for the fact that there's a giant beacon of light telling you like, hey, there's a hole here.
Right. Safety holes.
Exactly, it has its own safety cone.
Okay.
You come back up. I assume you guys are going to go to a door and tap it to go through to Moongate.
Go to the door, tap it, go to the moon
Yep.
gate. I have 9 more minutes before my bag of holding explodes.
Yep. And with that, we are going to cut away
Yay!
and switch back to the Moongate. But this time, we are not switching back to the Moongate from where they came in, for where you guys are coming in. We're switching back to the Moongate from where our new party members have come in.
Yay! New party members.
It was awesome to watch that.
Thank you. And now we get to
I
see you
have-
guys show off.
Hey, you might even get to see things that you might remember. Like,
I don't remember it.
like JD in the corner here. Just might be a little bit bigger than you remember. All right, so I actually did not go over this with you guys, so this is partly my bad. If you guys have watched the beginning, you will hopefully remember how the token works. If not, just so you're aware, there is no keyword or anything like that with the token. It is literally just tapping it against a door. So far, they've tested a few things, but for most part, it's worked on almost every door they've tested. That will then in turn turn into the Moongate Tavern's token door. So when you go in, you're automatically here. If you guys want, you can. Not if you guys want. If you guys can you give us a description of your characters and maybe how they found their token? If you have a story for that. If not, yeah, just a basic description and maybe a reason why.
Yeah,
You're here in the tavern.
Reverse order for what we did introduction wise, so I'll go first.
That works for me. I mean, whatever order you guys want to go in, it's fine by me.
All right. So, the character that I'm playing, or who they were before, is sort of dressed regally like a knight of a noble kingdom, but they have a dark hood of cloth covering their head, and in front of their face is just a blank porcelain mask that doesn't allow any of their underlying features to be shown. And the story was how they got the ticket to the Moongate was that they were attending a rather prestigious ball and engaged in a bit of a wager at which the ticket was put up as a prize. They won the ticket, though not much else in the way of coin, and immediately sought to test it out on a couple of doors and made their way here.
Okay. So you won your ticket through a raffle, basically. Got it.
In a sense, yes.
Awesome. I mean, these tokens are actually worth a good amount of money if sold to the right people.
Or the wrong people.
Or the wrong people, yeah. There's absolutely
They're worth
one
even more sold to the wrong people.
Yeah, there is absolutely, in fact, a certain lich that will pay you a lot of money for that token.
More interesting than taking it off a dead guy, though.
More interesting than taking it off a dead guy, absolutely. Who wants to go next?
I think I will go next. And we are unchanged yet, or
Correct.
You are not changed yet.
Got it.
You will have you are going to have a little bit of time before things happen.
You are currently in pre mode.
Got it. So, Billy Hillbridge, he comes from the most interesting place of Eberron, from Breland specifically.
Thank you for the follow.
Has a storied past.
Caradoc.
He's only 22 years old, but he was born with a little bit special than others. But that didn't keep Billy from being especially good at starting out as an adventurer. He joined an organization known as Dungeon Academy a long time ago, a while back when he was a kid, and from there his story of being a folk hero, at least to his hometown, took off. He looks
Be right back.
like he does not look the part of any hero. He's thin, tawny, but he is supernaturally strong. He looks more like a carpenter on his way to a distant town than anything. He's got a backpack full of all sorts of tools. He's got hammers that he can throw. He's got javelins in a bag. He's got the only weapon that you can really notice on him is a big, thick sword that was on his side, a prize that he took from a hobgoblin that was raiding one of the farms he was protecting on his first adventure. And this sword has been broken and reforged a couple times now. But and you can barely see the glint of silver just on the top of it. But besides that, he is blonde. He has a little bit of dirty blonde coming through his normally kind of blackish blue, almost like a blue tint hair, a very deep jet black hair. And he's got an average face, pretty much average in any sense, and his clothes are pretty much just run-of-the-mill commoner's clothes for the most part. He has got a couple of different, stuff in his bag, but his usual clothes are just of an average farm boy. He's got blue eyes and heart of gold, and he won his ticket. He won his ticket in a bit of a game of chance. He just happened to have and roll good amount of luck that day, and yeah, not really sure who the person was or their name. They didn't give it. He won the card game. They slid over this token and called it that. And he walked out. And when Billy tried to follow him and ask him what it was, he was gone.
Yeah. You may recognize the person behind the bar, not the redhead, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will be playing Sokoran. So Sokoran is a tiefling, and he's a bit of a simpleton. Like he talks really brashly, not really reflecting on his word, and he's always seen with his drum stuck under his arm, trying to play not very well because he's not really a musician. And how he got his tickets is a bit interesting. Like it's not his tickets. Like he's playing with a wandering troop and one of a member of the troop got the tickets and just left it unattended just long enough for him to find it really, really shiny, take it up, and before anybody could stop him, he just went through a door with it and arrived here.
So basically, he stole his ticket and used the ticket to get away. Got it.
But didn't get it off the dead guy.
Yeah, the thing is,
Still
in his
better
mind,
than
he
getting
did
it
not
off a dead
stole
guy.
it. He not really stole it. He just found it and took it away in the most natural fashion. And he did not think he stole it.
He Kender found it.
And he's probably already forgotten about it right now.
Absolutely, Kender found it. That's hilarious.
But is it really stealing if it's an impulse?
No,
Kender finding.
never.
Uh-huh.
One thing is really important is that Sokoran has an intel of 4. He has a short-term memory of a red.
He's got a goldfish memory.
That is
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
And-
not that he's dumb. He just doesn't remember things for very long.
That's me.
That's awesome.
And
And finally, we have someone that some people may or may not be familiar with.
some viewers will recognize this photo, others won't, and we'll explain why in a minute. But go ahead.
All right. This is Phelan Duskflower. He is a cleric of the Death Domain. Has a real interesting take on it that his deity may or may not actually like or condone, but so far has not been corrected on it. He feels that all life is has a measure and a scale, and the scales must balance. So he is wearing a hat. Yeah, I'm getting to it.
Okay.
That may or may not be something I like in real life. Hat is actually fairly beaten up. It's sits low over the brim of his eyes, but he is a furbolg. Kind of short for his race, actually, about 6.5 foot tall. Possibly why he's wearing the hat with a 6-inch rise, roughly. Has a beard, roughly a reddish brown collar, and he's wearing kind of a fairly beaten up leather duster. But when he's moving around, you hear occasionally a muted clink of metal. So you assume he's probably wearing some armor underneath as well. Has a shield and a warhammer as well.
Does Phelan actually have a token? Or do you want to go with the other story?
I'm okay. For the record, I'm okay with him having a token, and I'll work that in the next week or two if you wanted to do that.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm fine with either one. I mean,
because I'm gonna say, just to keep for character purposes, this version of Phelan is a bit beefier than the version that you were just leaving.
Wait, how many levels different do we have?
You think we're level 2 in your campaign?
Right.
And we're level 5 in this one now, which was the other thing I was going to be getting into. Is everybody's level 5 now.
Okay, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. It's the same guy. I have 3 levels to get him here. Challenge accepted.
That's what I mean, is you have 3 levels before you have to worry about why he's here.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Actually, I think we are level 3 in Ravenloft.
Yeah, you're level. You're level 3 there.
Yeah.
You're level 5 here. I've got 2 levels to get. Yeah, fine, done.
That's like 4 to 10 sessions. It's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you I guess found your you found your token, and it'll be a mystery until Second introduces how you found that token and made your way here. You have come alone. Just all of you've basically come in at different times. By the way, Ace and Gray, you are able to see this properly, correct? I meant to ask this earlier.
See my character? Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that everyone can actually see the tavern. You've all come individually, but the tavern is crowded. The room is a little odd because you could have swore the room was smaller. But as you're walking to the table, the only table that was free is the table to the right here. So that is where you've basically sat yourself. And when you look back, you see the door. And you were pretty sure the door was only like 20 or 30 feet away. And you're pretty sure at this point the door is probably around 50 to 60 feet away all of a sudden. And there are significantly more tables than you thought you passed. As you watch, you will notice that every time someone comes through the door and there is not a seat, the room seems to suddenly have another table that's open. And the tables are just kind of not even, I won't even say they're like sprouting out of the floor, but you're pretty sure that either there's some kind of weird funky magic going on or there's a lot of illusions going on in this place. And by the funky magic, I mean like someone's creating these tables as people are coming in.
And the floor that the tables are on, that's a lot of funky magic.
Uh-huh.
And the walls and the ceilings.
Oh yeah, forgot. For descriptor purposes of the walls, standard tavern fare just looks like everything is made out of wood with a stone base. Now, the one thing you will note is all of the windows have a Bob Ross style forest drawing on them. And over top of them, in big, bold, bright yellow letters, it says, "Do not open the windows." So what you guys do?
Yeah, I'm just I'm looking around. I'm seeing these chairs kind of just appear, and I'm just like, man, this is the fanciest tavern I've ever been in. I wonder how they do that thing with the chairs and the tables. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I can kind of do whatever I want with any of this place.
Oh, hey. Hi, Barkeep. Didn't know you.
Welcome to the Moongate Tavern. You guys like something to drink?
Yeah.
You see him drinking a
yes,
drink
yes.
that has yellow smoke coming out of the top of it.
I would like to drink. Yes.
Who?
What's
I'm
written
linked to two
over your
characters.
shoulder behind you? Sorry, I don't know how to read.
That's okay. You don't really need to know how to read. You're pointing at the barrel right here. That is. Hold on a minute. I just took a sip of my drink. I can't remember anymore. Forget me wine. I gotta remember not to drink that beforehand. He goes in. He looks at the barrel. He picks up the top, takes a sniff of it, and looks over at Kevin and goes, "Kevin, what are we putting here again?" I think that one was the regular ale. Are you sure? Yeah, I think that one was the regular one. Nah, I don't like regular ale. Let's go with the wine. But the wine's in the back. In the giant cast. That's fine. We'll just work with this. And he taps it, and you see the barrel fall through the floor. And right where the barrel fell through the floor, he takes a step back. And you see another barrel land from the ceiling and slam into the floor right there. You see the top pop off, and Dalton catches it. See? Like I said. I think the wine was a better choice. There's wine in this barrel now. So did you want wine?
I need one of them in my house. Hey,
Good luck with that. You got a couple of 100 years to go.
fair.
By the way, Dalton is absolutely looks like he's human. You're pretty sure if you looked at him and like checked his pulse and everything that he was human, but yeah, you're also pretty sure that he's not quite what he seems.
I feel like there's something off about him. I'm like, so,
Oh, yeah.
so what's your story, Mister? I don't actually know your name.
I
name's Billy
am
Hilbert, by the way.
Dalton Hayward. I am the owner of this establishment and many others. Just I can't go to those right now.
All right. It's a nice place you got here, and definitely fancy. How long? So, I don't know if you're some magician, but how do you do these tricks with these items and these things? Also, I'll have an ale.
The answer to that question, I just think about it and it happens.
You must be a powerful spellcaster in that case.
I think I'm okay. I've done my fair share. Hey, Kevin, he said he wanted an ale. But didn't you just send that to the third floor? Yeah, I did. But go get it from the third floor, Kevin.
Oh,
He taps his
poor
foot
Kevin.
and you see Kevin fall through the floor and disappear. By the way, I believe it was Billy who said that he was playing a game of poker or something with someone and that person disappeared on him. You are 90% sure that it was Kevin that you were playing poker against?
Was the person who put the ticket up for my event as well, was that Kevin as well?
You are not sure. You did not actually get a chance to see who put the ticket up for the event. It was most likely whoever was the host of the event that put it up. They may or may not have gotten the ticket from Kevin.
Alright.
So this is all
So it's
Kevin's
Dalton that
fault.
looks like this, or Kevin that just left?
What you saw was Dalton tap his foot against the floor.
Yeah.
And you saw a opening pop up below Kevin that was roughly 5 or 6 feet.
Okay.
And you see Kevin like wide-eyed fall through the floor. And then
Right.
the opening closed.
I guess my question was, who am I recognizing? Is it Dalton or Kevin?
You're recognizing Kevin. I just made him visible again.
Got it. That's cool. And yeah, okay. And I just go, I think I knew that guy. He has a striking resemblance to someone who may not have got me into this that I play the game with.
Yeah, Kevin likes to play games of chance. It's part of the reason why he works here now. He decided that, Charlatan's dice was his best way to win. And I decided that I have all of the Charlatan's dice because I always win.
Now the house, they do say in Sharon, the house always wins, especially if you're in the.
Well, I can tell you this house always wins. Every time.
That's why I don't usually gamble. He looked like but I'm always for a fun game, and he just all he asked for was a bunch of gold, so I got plenty of that. All right.
Wait, did he win any from you?
He didn't win.
Because I got to take that out of his pay if he did.
Nah, he didn't win anything for me.
Nah, I don't think he won. He has a poker face that even a goldfish could see through.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. Like.
All right. Anyway, he should be coming back any second now. One moment. And you see Kevin fall through the ceiling, land onto the floor holding a very small barrel. It's probably about half the size of the one you had that you saw originally. He sets the barrel down really fast, like, oh God, oh God. And then you see the barrel expand to its normal size. And Dalton looks at him and goes, okay, Kevin, you know how to bore a glass now, right? Yeah, I got it. He grabs a glass from under the counter and slides one over to you.
Let's see. So
Survive.
if I were to make a roll with the stats before, we get changed, how would I do that? Because we don't have courage.
You do not have your courage stats, but if you tell me what you're trying to roll for, I will absolutely tell you what happens.
All right, I'd like to try and get a sense of how Kevin felt about the third floor.
Yeah, just roll me a d20 and I'll tell you exactly. I'll tell you exactly how it was. It goes.
Watching his body movement, his body language.
Yeah.
Facial expression. That's a 3.
Even if you had a +5 or a +8, you still wouldn't really have gained much more than what you saw. Kind of feel like Kevin was a bit surprised, but also Kevin was kind of resigned to the fact that he was going to be surprised.
Also, he's probably used to it as well, so probably a common occurrence
Poor
that he's
Kevin.
not particularly
Yeah.
bothered by.
You can absolutely infer that from what you just saw.
Mhm.
Anybody else want a drink?
I don't tend to drink in
Me,
strange
me,
places.
me.
Apologies. I do appreciate the atmosphere.
Wait, didn't I already give you a wine?
Did he?
Whatever, it's fine. He pours a wine. He pours a wine into the glass that's in front of you. If you actually didn't have a glass, and I am misremembering, there's suddenly a glass there. If there's not, there's still suddenly a glass there.
It's more that Monarch isn't going to take off the mask to take a drink.
Oh, you're one of those ones that wants a sippy straw, huh?
Why don't you take off that mask? Stay a while. I nudge him in the shoulder,
I mean,
and I splash a little ale as I do that.
If I must. And they take off the mask and set it down, and there's sort of like a very shapely young man, very regal in appearance, with sort of straight light blonde hair and piercing icy blue eyes. Just sort of sitting there. If I must.
You got eyes like me. Oh, yours are a little more striking. Cheers, man.
well. I haven't seen one of you in a little while. But that's okay. That's fine.
Won't see him for
Takes
long
him-
either.
Takes a drink. He takes a drink out of the wine glass that he has in his hand, the one that's smoking yellow, and you see for a minute there that the drinks it. He puts it down for a second. He looks like he loses focus for half a second, and then he's back to the way he was. Man, this is the only wine that works for me. Anybody want to try some?
Me.
That does
I am
look
almost
good.
I'm almost afraid to give it to you, which means I'm definitely going to give it to you. He pours him a glass.
I like him. I'd probably take one after him.
You want one too? Absolutely, you can have one on the house.
Oh, it's
And-
on the house.
I pick up the glass and just swirl
Every-
it in my face.
Everybody taking one? Is that what I'm hearing right now?
Hey, that does look a wee bit tasty. I think I'd give it a try myself.
Okay.
in the house.
Everybody takes a sip of the memory wine. Or more specifically, the
lack
forgetfulness
of.
wine. You all find yourselves on the floor. You're not sure how you got there. You're not sure what happened. And you're not sure exactly how much time has passed. But you're absolutely on the floor looking at the ceiling. Yeah, you're, so... I should have warned you to sit in the stools first. Oh well, it happens. Come on, get up. You feel something pushing you guys back up, and you're sitting in the stools now.
I'm like, wow, that was
Oh.
certainly an experience. I don't remember how I got on the floor. Must have had a tussle with someone, huh?
No, it's only been about 30 seconds, but that forgetful wine will do that to you.
Ooh.
You should look at the guys over there. He points at a table that's further back, say about 20 feet back, and you're seeing what looks to be a bunch of really old men drinking the forgetful wine, and absolutely, like, every time they take a sip, they are out for about 30 seconds, just like you guys were, and just take another sip immediately, like nothing actually happened. Because for all intents and purposes, to them, nothing changed.
Wow.
Because they're sitting. So all they do is just 30 seconds later, they're like, oh, I'm still sitting. I guess I didn't take my sip yet. Let's go.
They're going to have a tremendous bar tab and swear they didn't drink anything. I'll bet you that's how the fight starts.
Yeah, you're going to find out in a minute.
If the glass is still in front of me, I check to make sure I actually drank some of it.
You see that the glass no longer looks like it's the same as it was. It looks like you probably about a mouthful is gone.
Take another mouthful.
You take another mouthful, and assuming no one else does, everybody just sees Phelan kind of for about 30 seconds, and then leans forward again with the glass still in hand. If Phelan has absolutely no idea that he just took the sip or anything. It's just like the glass is still here.
I check the glass again, and seeing it is a little bit more empty again, I'm assuming. I take another sip.
Now you're about halfway through it, and the exact same thing happens.
I chug it.
You chug it. It's about say probably about 3 minutes before you come back to where you were. By that I mean before you wake back up.
I'm looking at
Man, you guys are you two are like heavyweights or something.
I'd like to swirl the glass and try and smell it. Is there anything I can gain from that?
There is no smell whatsoever to it, but the smoke coming off of it does feel acrid. So it's not necessarily hard to breathe. It's just it kind of gives that little tingly feeling in the like something is making you want to sneeze if you're sitting there trying to smell it.
Is there an aftertaste to it at all? Sorry, I didn't mean.
No. Actually, in fact, as far as you're aware, there is no taste to it at all.
You don't
Because no
remember
one
the
ever
taste?
remembers what it tastes like.
I'll
That's
set the wine glass down and
ingenious.
put my mask back on.
I'm
Thank
like,
you. That was interesting.
that's good. I'll stick with the stuff I can taste. You know.
That's
I mean, I can drink
fine.
water from my pack any day. That one doesn't make me forget. You know.
What other interesting drinks do you happen to have here?
Phelan would continue drinking until the glass is empty, repeating just the same gesture.
Okay, so we got ourselves a heavyweight. So I'll get you another one if you want one. Other drinks? I mean, I you, like tell me what you think you want. I'll see if I can pull it out of the casks.
Assuming
Or
I
something similar.
come up to him that's drinking the wine. I don't know his name. I'll go up. Hey, can you still remember your name? My name's Billy Hilbert, and I'll come up to him, try to shake his hand. To you, Gray, character.
Is it Phelan?
Phelan.
Hey.
Sorry.
Excuse me. Welder, occupation hazard. Who am I? I'd be Phelan Duskflower. And I shake his hand, and when I take your hand, I actually grasp your forearm instead of your actual hand.
I like it. Hell yeah, brother. I pat him on the back.
Turn and look at Dalton. This has a interesting experience.
I know, right? It's one of the only drinks that actually works on me, even though it only works for about a second.
Well, I suppose a second is all you need, isn't it?
Yeah. There are times where I want to drink the whole case just to see what happens. Kevin keeps telling me I probably should. And
Well,
I'm pretty
sir.
sure Kevin just wants that, 30 seconds to try and get out through the door.
If you decide
Isn't that
to
right,
do
Kevin? No, boss. I absolutely don't want to go out through that door. I remember what happened the last time I went out through the door. I had to call you to try and get back here because I lost my token.
Well, if you do decide to sit down and drink the entire case, I'd be willing to give you some company.
That's good, because with that token, you can come back at any time from any door you want. One thing you guys are starting to hear in the background, like, it's pretty loud because there's a lot of people here. You're starting to hear, like, more of a ruckus. One of the things you were noticing is the giant jade statue on the right and the big old ogre on the left have turned and started looking back further. You are pretty sure some kind of argument is happening. You are not sure exactly what the argument is about because you can't really hear it. Hear it meaning like it's not clear, it's audible, but it's all jumbled because there's too many people talking.
Would I be able to make a roll to try and listen in a little more closely into the argument?
You absolutely can.
Alright.
Roll me a d20.
Alright. That's a 3 again.
No, unfortunately, you can't tell what's going on. It's sensory overload, for lack of a better word, with all the noise. Like the tavern was almost like a dull roar to start with because there's just a lot of people in here.
And my mind's currently reeling between the forget me wine and the haven't seen any of you around for a while.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of you're getting hit with a lot of sensory right now, just from the wine itself. Because the wine, in fact, after the first drink, does make you feel buzzed, and the more you drink it, the worse off you are. So Gray, Phelan is absolutely going to wake up with a hangover, just so you're aware, and so is Sorik. Is that how you say your name? I'm sorry.
Coming from Ravenloft, that's probably par for course.
Sorkin, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Both of you are going to wake up with a bad headache because of the sheer amount that you've drunk. But having heard this, everybody kind of turns around and looks towards the back, and you're seeing a commotion is starting. From the you're seeing not the commotion is starting. You're seeing that it is starting to turn into more of less of an argument and more of an actual fight. So you're pretty sure someone just got drunk and a bar fight started.
Yay!
Bruno, the ogre on the left, runs back there and grabs one of the participants in said fight and lifts him bodily over his head with one hand and grabs another and does the same. The giant dwarven jade statue does something very similar, except for it's more of a pinch them between the shields and hope that they survive. But one of the things that you can clearly hear over the din is the softest sound of glass cracking. You hear it twice. And the last thing you guys remember is something huge. Like, makes the ogre and the dwarf statue look tiny coming through the window before you all lose consciousness. The last thing you remember light-wise was the room behind Dalton having a giant red glow coming from it. You could see it clearly under the door as you pass out.
Wow, you guys got so much more story. We need to keep introducing new players to this so we can figure out this whole story. We need like 45 players, I think, eventually to get it all out of Morden.
Oh God.
You wake up. Unknown how long it was. The party is not actually there yet. You were just there so you could see. But you wake up to... Oh, no, I'm sorry. You guys do not wake up, and the party is absolutely there. Because the party opens the door at this moment. The party opens the door, and then immediately slams it shut. Because the only thing you see is a giant cloud of flames flying at you. Hence why the room is scorched. You open the door again about 30 seconds later after you're pretty sure you've heard something slam into the door, sizzled for a moment, and then stopped. You open it up again, and the spell is gone, but you see two giant dead tentacle things and Kevin slamming a window shut and mending it.
Okay, that's not good.
The two giant tentacle things are being held to the ground, and you're pretty sure at this point are dead in fricassee by whatever Dalton just did. You're also pretty sure that there are skeletons throughout the room because they got caught in the cloud. And Dalton looks pissed. This is why I tell you not to open the windows. The windows are not real.
They're real dangerous.
That they are. Now get in here.
So who?
And you literally feel the hand like rip you guys forward to the other side of the bar. Like you're just skidding across the floor. And the door slams behind you.
I might have missed it. Who opened the window?
You do not know. All you heard was glass breaking.
So we walked in to the window being open.
You walked in to the aftermath of what happened when the window broke. When
Not
the
our
window
fault.
opened.
We didn't do it.
Not your guys' fault, so not your problem. But of the group that's still around, it is their problem now.
I'm just going to point out that that's two dead and restrained cosmic horrors.
Correct. That is two dead and restrained cosmic horrors. You are 100% sure what literally happened was that the Jade statue held one down, and Bruno held the other down, while Dalton did whatever the heck he did to it. That scorched the whole entire end of the tavern.
Okay. Okay.
Are we still unconscious at this point?
You guys are unconscious at this point.
All right.
Be thankful to be unconscious.
Yeah.
Dalton,
I'm not thankful for what's going to happen once I'm not unconscious, though.
Yeah.
oh yeah, you're not even gonna be aware that it's happened until you've looked in a mirror. I'm gonna be because it's gonna happen while you're unconscious. They're all gonna get to see it. So to give it a moment.
Yep.
Dalton looks at Nathan because Nathan's the one who always is the talker, and go, right? I forgot. I made you into a fairy. Anyway, little fairy kid, did you get my crown?
Yes. Here it is.
Good. Kevin, where you at? I'm over here, boss. Come over here. You see Kevin literally fly like someone grabbed him by the collar, slams into the wall, lands on the here, and goes, "Oh!" Give him the bag. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. The bag's on the second floor. No, it's not. It's on the third floor. I know you don't want to go there, but goodbye. He disappears for a second and lands on top of the horror that's on the left here. Bruno grabs him by the foot, dangles him for a second, and then drops him next to him, and he runs over to you guys and hands you the bag. The bag is probably as big as you are at this moment.
Yay!
Inside the bag is what Dalton is paying you for grabbing the crown.
And what are we getting paid?
Dalton is paying you 1,800 coppers,
Okay.
6,000 silver, 5,500 gold.
No, hold on. 1,800 coppers. 6,000 silver?
6,000 silver,
Okay.
5,000 gold,
Okay.
and 150 platinum pieces.
Nice.
On top of that one, you get 2 amethyst gems,
Okay.
2 pearls, and 5 jets. That is the wrong value for the jet. I'll have to fix that in a moment. Well,
Is it
no, I don't even have to
minor
fix that.
or
The 2 amethyst gems are 100 gold each. The pearls are 50, and the jets are worth 20 apiece.
How many jets?
5. Yeah, I don't imagine you guys got much out of the first run. So
No, we really didn't. By the way, I have a request. It's a small favor.
he he's extremely pissed off at the moment because you could tell because the portal behind him is fluctuating. Like the portal has always been this smooth blue orb. Right now it is like an amoeba. It's just kind of spreading out everywhere, not going too far away from the center, but it's red and the light coming from it is horrendous.
But I am incredibly charismatic, and at the moment, I'm also cute.
Yeah, so he kind of gives you that look of this better be quick.
So, I have a request. We found a door, and I brought the door back with me, and I have the door in a bag. But the problem is that the door is going to be larger than the bag in another 8 minutes and 25 seconds. So, I was wondering how much you would charge to take a door and basically make it into 1 foot by 1 foot blocks of what the door was, so that I can fit it in the bag for later.
You brought a door into my tavern.
But not one that not one that was attached to your tavern. It was somewhere else. So then, yes, I brought a door into your tavern in a bag.
All right, let me look at it.
I hold up the bag. I show him. I open the bag, which for me is like really stretching.
Yeah, Kevin looks inside the bag. It is actually Kevin looking into the bag. I am not saying names.
Okay.
Kevin looks in the bag and goes, I'm assuming you're about to ask me to do this, right? Yeah, I'm about to ask you to just use fabricate on the dang thing. Okay. He uses fabricate to break the doors down into chunks.
That's beautiful. That's perfect.
If you're using fabricate, can you just make it bars? And that's easier, and then more transportable.
Because I mean that's the natural state. I mean he should be able to figure that out pretty easily.
Yeah, he'll do it. He'll make it into bar. He'll make it into bars for you so that they can fit in there. Like you're stretching the limit on what the bag can hold. Like the bag can really only hold the bars. And that's it. And the bag that he handed you was absolutely not another bag of holding. It was just literally a bag stuffed full of crap.
I'm expecting we're going to have to take a trip back to the tower to empty one and or both of these really quickly. But yeah, but that's okay. It's what I'm willing to do.
Yep. As you're going through this, you see Kevin kind of looks in the bag and goes, Mr. Haywood, sir, did you mean to put these in there? What? It was supposed to be just coin in there. What did you do, Kevin? I didn't do nothing. I just saw in the bag there was more than just coin in there. Yeah, there was a door in there. No, not that bag, sir. The bag of holding that he has. It should be the bag that you gave him, not the bag of holding. Yeah. Inside the bag, you will see a weird-looking tool.
A tool?
This tool kind of looks like a Swiss Army knife.
Does it?
Absolutely does.
Second, do you know what the item is?
I don't.
You don't?
But I'm intrigued.
Well, I know what this item is.
So, also inside of there, you see what looks to be a short bow. The short bow looks like it has a silk thread running across it, and it has a handle that of we'll say maple, just picking a random wood.
Okay.
But it's highly polished and has a slight glint to it, like there's maybe a little bit of crystal on it, like crystal sharding in it, inside the bag as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't really feel like dealing with that. That's fine. They can have those trinkets. They're almost useless to me at this point.
Okay.
I mean, I could just think up whatever I want while I'm in here. Why do I need to worry about those things?
Second, you're
The
gonna
man
be so
does have
happy
a
about
point.
that. Grandson, can I have the bow?
Sure.
I'll leave
Sure.
that little thingamabob to you. I think you might get a little bit more use out of it.
Hold on.
Are you looking up what it is?
No, I was looking to see what else. Morden, we also have a common loot goblin per miner.
All right, I will handle that shortly.
So, Dalton.
This would be Gray talking. Okay.
Yes.
The hat's off.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. No, that's why I
hilarious.
said it. Yeah.
I would say that we're done paying you back for any damages we may have done to this bar, and you could stop the games now.
1, not a game.
It is
2, you're not
absolutely
done.
Sally
You're just on
Sparklehand's
pause for a
voice.
while.
I look at him questioningly. On pause.
Yeah. The next thing I need you guys to get for me, I need to find it first so that I can get you guys to go and get it. And that'll be the last thing you guys need to get for me.
In case we hear about it, what is the next item?
I'll let you know because you ain't going to hear about it.
You
That
never
sounds
know.
reasonable.
We might.
We haven't heard of any of the places we've been yet. It's pretty reasonable to assume that we're not going to know this one either.
But maybe one of us have seen it in I know the chances are low, but what happens if one of us grew up around it and we just thought it was a random trinket at the beginning, or when we were younger or whatever. I mean, I'm very relatively old. I might have seen it. I mean, relatively compared to you, I'm an infant, but you never know. Maybe it's something we've seen.
You see him raise an eyebrow and look at you and goes, if you knew about it, I would know about it.
But you do know about it, so that means he knows
Right.
about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
But
see
I
if
know about it, but you don't know about it.
But you just said, oh, you
What
meant if he knew, you would know that he knew, not that you would know.
What if it's? I mean, what if
Okay.
I know it as?
You
Or,
are
like-
correct.
What if I know it as a circle I found and buried in the dirt when I was a child? Whereas this might.
Because I would have seen it.
Okay, never mind. I'm trying to get him to tell us something so we can do a little bit of research and try to figure out what he's looking for, so maybe we can put 2 and 2 together. But it doesn't sound like.
Dalton's not feeding you any information about what the next thing is at all. Like if you keep pressing the point, you're just getting more and more stonewalled in similar ways. Dalton's not telling you what he wants from you because you might try and figure out why he wants it.
All right, then I got
I-
nothing.
I attempt to start walking towards the door. Assuming the door is down through the scorched area.
Oh yeah, the door is through the scorched area. Like the door is basically in tinders for like a second.
Gray.
And it's kind of like putting itself back together.
But I can move.
Oh yeah, you absolutely can move. Nothing is stopping you from walking to there. But Dalton kind of looks at you and says, I wouldn't go out that door right now if I was you.
Gray, don't piss off the man that can firebolt down 2 cosmic horrors.
But clearly he needs us. So I doubt he'd do anything.
Clearly, you're not as tough as a
Need is a strong word.
Oh, Gray's pushing buttons.
As Gray gets to about the 60-foot line, you see Kevin hold his hand up, and you see a statue appear in there that looks exactly like Gray in his current form. Dalton touches it. Without saying a word, you see chains come out of the ground around Gray's feet. They shackle to his legs, and they shackle to his arms. Gray cannot move at all. Like I said, I wouldn't go out that door right now. Anybody
Why
want to
not?
give an Arcana check to figure out what spell you'd used? You can.
Why not? Why can't we go out that door?
Because I don't want you to right yet.
But what's-
unconscious?
So
Can't
just-
we?
Just for clarification, I have been petrified.
You are not petrified. You absolutely can like turn your head in
You're
place.
probably entangled, but
You're basically restrained by the chains. Like the chains are not stopping you from moving. Gray,
Yeah, I
you
know
are
what he did.
you're 100% sure he just used the imprisonment spell on you.
Womp womp.
The imprisonment spell is a level 9 spell. That means until he decides to let you go, you are stuck where you're at.
Or until he falls unconscious.
No, not even until he falls. Oh, and Dalton. No, not even if Dalton falls unconscious. It has to actively be dispelled
Oh,
by
okay.
a level 9 dispel to get rid of this spell.
Wow.
At least I have the satisfaction of knowing I'm going to be interfering with the door.
Yeah, you're about 3/4 of the way to the door.
what's so dangerous through that door right now?
I never said the door was dangerous. I just said I didn't want you to go out it.
Okay, well, are we not free to go and come when we want? I mean, we
You
owe
are
wages,
one.
but as you said, we're on pause right now, so it's not like we're currently working on a mission for you.
You are. But just right now, I want to deal with another problem that is going to affect you.
Well, you know what's funny? You should be able to just send that problem our way. You know where we live. I mean, we can't get away from you.
That is fair. But I'd rather deal with the problem as he points to the unconscious people around him right now with you guys here because I'm sending them with you.
New friends.
As he does that, it's two things will happen. The tavern fixes itself. The room, we are shifting back. The room goes back to the way it was. The cosmic horrors are gone. The four of them disappear in a big flash of light. And what you see is them landing in chairs, or in the case of one of them, kind of lands on top of the table. And they are changed.
Wow. What? What?
And
A
everything
hippo
is back to
monkey.
normal. The only difference is Gray is not there anymore. Where Gray was standing, that portion of the floor is no longer there. Because Gray went 60 feet in, and the tavern had expanded past that point. Now the tavern's empty. It's no longer, that portion of the floor is gone. Because it wasn't needed anymore.
What happened to our friend?
Dalton, when the tavern goes back out like the tide, will there still be a gray there? Or is the gray now wherever that goes when it's not here?
If I decide to bring him back, he can come back whenever he wants. But I'm going to have a conversation with him first. I
Wouldn't
need
that
him
be
to
more
understand
whenever
that.
you want? Because you said when you decide, not when he decides, because he already decided he didn't want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a conversation with him.
I mean,
Kevin's gonna actually talk to him probably on the 3rd floor.
I mean, technically, I think you gave him what he wanted because he didn't want to be in the tavern anymore, and now he's not in the tavern because he's wherever that floor was. But
He's not. He's in the tavern, all right.
Oh,
He's just not on this floor of the tavern anymore.
that's not good.
No, it's perfectly fine. He's not dead. Well, I mean, could be, but even if he is, he's fine. We'll bring him back.
Okay.
I've already had to do it for you guys once. I can do it again. It's not a problem.
Wait, what? We died?
Did I say that? Kevin, did I say that? No, boss, you didn't. Anyway,
I'm not a fan of this.
this is what happens when people open windows. Besides pissing me off, you get to run for
open
my
a
Avern
window?
abilities.
I don't know if we opened a window, but whatever we did, I know it was bad. Or rather, whatever he says we did. Because we still have no proof that we did it.
And memory wine's making my mind a little fuzzy. I'll have to remember. There was a lot of people in that group. Well, there's a lot less of you because you... Well, never mind. Whatever. Thanks for the jade statue.
Thank you for the plates of metal.
Everybody will notice that the group on the table and around it are waking up. They are, in the case of at least 2 of you, very hungover. The other 2 have only took sips. You were buzzed, but not like sloshed by the time this was over.
I think that was a good time I had last night. Or this morning. Maybe yesterday?
Gray says this with his same accent like he always speaks with, but Phelan says this with the accent that you're familiar with, but it has a tinny sound to it that just doesn't sound right. Like you were talking, but you're 100% sure that that wasn't your voice.
What happened?
The party is, seated at the table to the left because Dalton kind of dropped you in there, and Bruno is standing directly behind you guys. Kind of got his hands on your shoulder. He's not really like pressing down or anything like that. Or in the case of Nathan, it's kind of like one of those things where you could be literally sitting in his palm, comparative size wise. Just kind of watching. You can kind of hear Bruno laughing a little bit because he's seen this a few times. Good show starting.
Does anybody remember that old bard song called Godzilla?
Go, Godzilla.
Yeah. Because I'm
As-
not feeling good about this.
Everybody is probably at this point pretty much fully awake, but kind of not used to the size difference because everybody is clearly a different size and clearly built differently.
Oh man, I haven't had a headache like this since. Why do I sound like this? And I must have drank a lot because now I'm green.
Well, you didn't drink as much as you would have liked, I'll tell you that much. Dalton is currently sitting on the bar, like his leg crossed, kind of legs out a little bit.
Not so loud.
The last thing I remember is a crack of glass. And then everything went dark.
Yeah, that was a moment. So, I have a task for you guys now to help pay for the bar.
Pay for the bar?
We what? How do we know we did this? I only dared one of those gentlemen. I only asked one of those gentlemen a question about the yellow signs, and related it to the drink they were drinking.
Yeah, it doesn't really have anything to do with the signs. Just happens to be that you're among the group that's still around, and someone needs to pay for damaging my bar.
This sounds oddly familiar.
I know, right? So he looks over at, our fairy friend and the Fearbog over in the corner and goes, so you guys are going to go with them.
Well, they were left.
And you're going to help them with whatever they're getting sent on task-wise by me. Don't like this plan? You can ask them about their friend who didn't like this plan. I will also say, don't ever touch the windows.
I mean, friend might be a little bit of a strong word. I would say more work-related acquaintance.
And if we...
You suddenly feel like a pinching sensation, like on your ear. And if you look over, you see a ridiculously large mage hand doing it, whereas the mage hand is normally like the size of an actual like gloved hand. This thing looks like it's as big as you are, and it's currently like pinching your ear ever so slightly right now. You are interrupting. Now, upside, their task is don't die. Downside, well, there's no real downside for me. Downside for you is until the task is done, you are stuck the way you are. Or in whatever form I decide. You can ask them the details. So, everybody, you're going to go back to your tower. You're going to have some fun. And by that, I mean, they're probably going to have to explain to you what I mean by this. And get the hell out of my bar. He taps his foot, and everybody except for Nathan gets sucked into the room behind him. The only reason Nathan does not get sucked is because Nathan is in Bruno's hand.
That's reasonable.
Because he's not making contact with the floor.
Ah.
Bruno walks him through. In this case, holding on to him. Oop, there we go.
Yep.
All right, guys, have fun at the castle. And he pushes you all through the portal.
Yay.
This has been 3 hours. I think this might be a good moment to take a pause.
I think so.
Good idea.
I think it's a good break point.
Yeah.
We'll all get up, stretch, do our breaks, and then we will be back in just a minute. I don't know if I have my BRB screen here. I do. It just doesn't look good. We can fix that.
I will be honest, the next segment is mostly being introduced to the tower. So it's okay that Ace had to step away here.
Yep. Yeah, he already knows what it looks like. I mean, basically, you just won't get really introduced to Grandpa, but I mean,
yep,
that's fine.
I mean,
He's used to going to bed early. We can forgive him for that.
He didn't have his prune juice today, so he's got to go to bed a little bit earlier.
Yeah. But we'll meet him tomorrow. You'll be happy to introduce him, I'm sure.
Don't talk to me. I'm going to bed.
Oh,
Yep.
River Shiver!
but you guys, assuming you're ready to start, we ready to start
I will
back
be
up?
in just a second.
That's why I stopped, because I'm just like, wait a minute, he's got to hit the start record button.
I never hit the stop record button. I just do one long thread now.
Gotcha. Well, for everything other than light and darkness, that makes sense.
Yeah.
In the editing portion, you can just cut out my actual cursing and replace it with me saying quacked up quack. Because otherwise it's going to be actual duck noises followed by me saying quack.
Yep. Actually, the break parts don't wind up showing, but I might have you just say the word quack a couple times and use that in place of just the duck in general, just because I think that would be hilarious.
Give me 5 voice lines for a duck.
All right, give me 5 quacks. Go.
Quack, 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 quack.
Perfect. Those will get used. All right. Le quack, quack.
All right, we get a French duck. It has a little mustache.
Le quack.
It's the evil twin of my duck, I guess.
There you go. Now that'd be the one with the goatee.
Duckactive.
Reminds me of Courage the Cowardly Dog.
You are correct.
You stupid dog.
All right.
I am Dr. Liquak.
Welcome back, everybody. We took a little bit of a break. We're coming back to the action, and I will pull down the BRB screen, and Morden will do the stuff and the things. One point of order, Morden, rather than doing level 5 of Artificer, which I really wanted to do so I could have extra attack like all the cool kids, instead I took Warlock, Pact of the Bone Merchant, so that because it's more thematic for that to happen now, which means everyone will have 2 attacks except for me, and I'm going to be sad for the next level.
Well,
sad.
I mean, as a warlock, you get to pick up Eldritch Blast, which has inbuilt extra attacks.
Yeah, it's great, but I'm still like super unoptimized now.
Yeah. Well. Wait a minute. You're slightly better than you were, because before you didn't even have any cantrip attacks at all.
True.
Because
But
now you technically don't need to use the crossbow at all. You could just use whatever cantrip you got.
but if I had Artificer 5, I could just use the crossbow twice. It hurts.
But I thought that was with the armor and the battlesmith.
They're not. No, all Artificers get extra attack.
No.
No,
No, I thought that was just the I thought that was just the armor and the battlesmith.
the artillerist
You
doesn't get it. Oh, screw it then. I don't care.
Yeah, no, it's just Battlesmith and armor.
Okay, well that's fine. Never
So-
mind then. I absolutely don't care. Carry on.
My wayward son.
Morning averted.
Yep.
So this is home, or a reasonable temporary facsimile thereof.
Is it normal for me not to be able to see anything? I'm aware my race doesn't have dark vision, but is it night?
No?
It's not. I'm in the process of adding the lights in now to
Alright.
the map.
Okay.
But you should be able to see grass, ground, outside.
I was only seeing the 5-foot circle that I was in.
Oh, that's not right.
It's getting fixed as we were speaking.
Oh, he's dropping them now. I see it. Okay. Okay.
Indeed. So, to give a description of the castle, I call it that as a joke. It's literally is just a watchtower. You are at a watchtower that is on the outskirts of the town of Dunwich. The tower itself is not anywhere near as clean as what you're seeing right here. It
I'm
is
working
actually
on it. 5 feet at a time takes a while.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? But the tower is rickety and damaged. The door is clearly intact, and you're probably sure that they've used this door before to get back to Dalton's place. Going inside, it has some like wrecked furniture in it, because they did not have a chance to clean it the last time they were here. They have cleaned it. The tower in general is in a fairly sorry state. There is pieces missing near the top from where it looks like it was hit by something very large. But
not purple.
But it is not purple. No, it was definitely not a cosmic horror. You're fine.
Oh, good.
Imagine.
But the tower itself seems stable. The floors are okay. The only places where it gets kind of treacherous is on the second floor going to the third. Is where the portion of the tower goes up straight, bells out a little bit, where like the second floor would probably be where the archers would stand to shoot if they were not on the top floor. So it's got that. I cannot think of the word right now.
Crenellations.
Or whatever.
The crenellations. Yep, it has the crenellation there for people to shoot out from. But where the tower took damage and that stone edge fell away, was also where the stairs were going up to the third floor. So like they kind of affect the stairs, but really unless you're absolutely not paying attention at all, you're not going to have any issues going to the third floor, which the third floor is completely open. There's not even furniture or anything there. It was clearly like a watchtower.
Meanwhile, Billy is actually stuck to the ground because his pack is so heavy now.
Come on.
Don't worry, we're not using cumbreds.
Yeah, but still. Okay.
Takes him a second. He kind of worms his way out of the straps, and then he looks inside. And he's just like, I don't remember having any. I don't remember having. Why is my voice like this? Any of this?
Yeah, you
some
get
of this
used to
is
that
familiar.
changing on you every now and then.
Let me actually look at my inventory.
All right, Morden.
Yes.
The first floor. What layout do we have? What are the rooms that we're looking at? And then I relay all this information, which I would obviously already know.
So the rooms are basic. The rooms that you're seeing here, you're seeing mostly just the broken furniture in the first room. That would be probably a couple of chairs and like a weapon rack.
Yeah.
Because that clearly was where the guards were standing.
But that we're going to turn that into an office, apparently.
Yep. Just gave that as the office because it was closest door there.
Yep.
The next room, it looked like there might have been some bedding here
Okay.
initially. But
we're going to be turning that into the workshop.
Yep. The room below, down here, was a kitchen. You could see a hearth down on the bottom where what looks like people were cooking from.
Okay.
You see some broken like pots and pans and other things there that look like they were probably left and were damaged in some fighting. This room, you're really not seeing much other than that, like just maybe like a bits of broken barrel. The final room was a large broken table. It's split right down the middle, like maybe someone went through it, wrestling style.
Right.
And there is a small fireplace in there, but that is the first floor.
So
there
that's
is a
what we
well
have
out
so
there.
far. I mean, it's still a unique fixer-upper opportunity, but we're working on it.
How long have you had this tower?
I'm gonna say like 2 weeks, but for half of that we were stuck in an stuck in a dwarven crypt, so not a lot of work got done.
So, just in need of fixing up, I suppose.
Yeah, just take a little time.
Well, I don't want to intrude, but considering that our situations are rather entwined, would it be alright if we stay here?
I mean, we'd have to talk to the rest of the guys about it, but I don't have a problem with it. I mean, one of the problems of working for Dalton is it's really hard to go back home. So, I mean, you guys can kind of make this home for now, if you wanted.
I'm not even entirely sure what's happened to me as of yet.
That's normal.
Yeah, I just looked at myself in the mirror. I wondered why I was so short. I wondered why I was so short. I've turned into a goblin, but
Is there a mirror?
gotten much more handsome, strangely. And yeah, he has like the perfectly beautiful face.
Nice.
It's like a super handsome goblin.
Drop dead sexy goblin. What?
Yeah.
What? I'm confused.
Perfect jawline.
But yeah, the rest of you would probably see this, and then Monarch hasn't found out yet. But he is just a bipedal and not particularly healthy-looking hippo person. So, like, rotund in the gut, but also just doesn't look particularly strong, and so there's like the muscles are sagging a bit, and he looks unwell in a sense.
You look like you could use a sandwich.
I suppose I am feeling a little bit hungry. I don't want to impose on you, though.
Oh, it's no problem.
As a side note, whichever one of you beautiful bastards came up with the idea of GIF Monk as a character to throw at someone, I want to have your babies. That's just hilarious.
One. I actually thought about. I actually looked at D&D Beyond, saw the GIF, and I was like, oh, I should have chose GIF. Glad I didn't, though. I'm glad someone else got it.
I threw the goblin.
Nice.
I like the goblin. That was a good.
And what's the? Is this a Warforged?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over and I'm like, hey, you're one of them 10 men.
All right. That's well.
We're off to see the wizard.
We have a Warforged
Yeah.
with an Irish accent. That I love it. Absolutely love it.
And a hat.
And a hat.
The hat is important.
The hat's it's the most.
And-
The hat made it through. The hat made it through everything.
The hat uses the same transformation clause as the mustache does.
And you've got the skinniest half elf you've ever seen. Like,
Yes, it is.
this. And he still have his tambourine, his drum,
Nice.
and he's really need his staff to walk. And he's just take out his spell book and just start reading.
Yeah, so this is the tower. It's not much, but we're working on it. And
You
there's a
happen to have
town
a mirror.
nearby, which is... Town is a little incorrect. There's a farm nearby that has a couple buildings around it.
You
And
can
that-
actually see it from where you're at.
It's right over there. And that
Yes.
farm
No,
is owned by ex-adventurers who also are familiar with Dalton, but I don't exactly know how yet. But if you walk over there at any point and you're like, hi, we're stuck here because Dalton's a prick, they'll agree with you.
All right.
interesting. No mirror, but there are some windows over here. There.
I don't know. I think that Dalton seems like a fairly nice individual.
You must have gotten your head hit really hard.
He strikes me as being rather suspicious, honestly.
Yeah. It's rather weird. I will agree with you on that.
Pardon me, small, very individual.
Yes,
Do you happen to have a mirror around so that we can properly see what all has happened to us?
I mean,
Just looked in the well over there.
probably, but I also don't really recommend it. It's a lot to take in at once.
All right, if you say so.
It's best viewed in stages.
Just take a little bit of time to get used to the idea of temporarily not being you, and then... I mean, it's still gonna suck, so sure, why not? Here we go.
All right.
My fingers are very gray and thick.
Morden, where is the closest mirror? Because I'm sure we have something reflective, even if it's just like a shield I'm working on in the...
There are
Shop.
windows, I guess, depending on how the light you can see a reflection in the window.
So I'm pretty sure you have something in there that you could use. Probably something similar to like just bronze or brass.
Yeah.
That was knocked. It's not going to be like perfect, but it'll at least let someone look into it.
Yeah, we can just polish something up.
Actually, I hand him a seal mirror.
Or that.
I'm looking through my equipment like, man, I don't know what, I have no idea what. I used to be
Even like a
strong.
polished shield would potentially work.
I used to be strong, and I had a lot of weapons, but they're all gone. And all I have is this. It pulls out a device, and it kind of unfolds into a crossbow. And I'm like, well, at least I have that.
Well, that's impressive.
I will warn people out of character that I will drop whatever reflective surface you give me. So if it's fragile and you want to keep it, don't give it to me.
Steel mirror is perfect. It won't break.
It'll just drop and smack to the ground and making a loud clanging noise.
And just drop it on the ground. Clang! What am I?
If I had to make a guess, I'd say you're probably an orc.
I don't know.
I think he's. I don't know. Doesn't he look like a hippo?
How many people have seen a hippo, honestly, though?
Yeah,
That's why I'm like, I know that I won't know what GIF are. I probably don't even know what a hippo is. I'm just gonna go with, you're
Educated?
bigger. You're bigger. That's what you are. You're bigger. I mean, maybe you're an ogre. I don't know. Ogres are bigger.
You know
Possibly.
Bruno is an ogre. So
I'm not a Bruno.
Pretty sure he looks like he has it. If I'm remembering some stuff from my classes as a kid. He looks like a hippo, but a human hippo person. Not sure what that is, but I've never seen one myself.
Me
Kind of
neither.
Crazy. To describe a hippo is kind of hard, honestly. I think it's usually an aquatic animal, but yeah, pretty strong. I've heard.
I mean, I've seen a tabaxi once, and they're like a cat that becomes a person. So maybe maybe you're like a hipaxi.
Yeah, probably something like that.
also remember for the case of Monarch, yes, you have a low strength stat, but your actual strength is
yeah, it's absolutely not gonna matter.
You can still pick up more than almost everybody here, except for maybe the Warforge.
Yeah, I have advantage on strength stuff.
You have advantage on strength stuff, and you count as a size larger when doing strength stuff.
Yeah. So for carrying purposes, you effectively have like a 19 strength, even though you don't.
Yeah, I've only got an 8 strength.
Yeah.
So I'm the weakest hipaxi you might see around, but still pretty strong.
Still stronger than me.
When it comes to lifting, maybe. When it comes to punching, definitely not. Except for when he's
Lifting,
punching,
punching,
because then it's
dragging.
different.
Oh no! He definitely stronger in all of those categories than him.
Yeah, any checks I make to lift, pull, drag, and carry would be doubled because I'm a size larger.
Yup.
Yep.
Yep.
Sure.
All right.
Well,
I'm going to stash all of the metal that we just got. Because I don't want to be carrying that much weight around.
You want to actually use the bag of holding for other things? Who would have guessed?
Yeah.
And we only have the equipment that you've given us, right?
Correct.
All right. The payment was for the previous group.
The previous group is the one that got the money
And
and
we
stuff.
don't know about the money either.
No, none of you guys were awake for any kind of payment that happened during that time. You guys weren't even awake for the cosmic horrors, really. You just kind of saw the tentacles and stuff coming through before the lights went out, for lack of a better word for all of you.
Heard the crowd.
Not exactly sure why the lights went out, but yeah, you just saw something really big and terrible.
What I will say is, whatever you need that they have in the town, I can pretty much just float you for any of that, because, to be honest, they don't have a whole lot.
I did have one other question.
Sure.
Which is, what are all your names?
I am Nathaniel Lodi Kelwar Umrush Rashik Tamrin Elisek Thamaris Zaniar Orlin Kesviv Gadri Panuzu Deepak. But most people just call me Nathan.
I'm not sure whether I should be trying to do an exorcism on your saying bless you.
I mean, either works, or I can just repeat the name for you again if you want. It's fine.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
And him
I point to my grandpa.
just goes by Badger. We're related. I know you can't tell right now, but take my word for it.
So, the verbal.
Balin is very familiar with what Badger is currently, seeing as he was one.
Yes.
Yeah. I've never seen anyone quite like you, and he points to Nathan. And what race is Badger again? For some reason, my brain.
Badger is
Currently, he's a
furball.
furball.
I've never seen anyone. Honestly, the only things I recognize currently from my adventures is I know you're an orc. Points to the orc gentleman, and
Sorkrin.
Lokeren.
Sorkrin.
I'll
Sorry.
get everyone's names down eventually. It's going to take me a second. And then he looks at the Warforged and he says, "You're a Warforged from where I'm from. That's what they're called. And I'm a goblin. But I've never seen the likes of any of the rest of you."
I point a thumb at Nathaniel and be like, "This one's a fairy."
I mean, only temporarily. Normally, right now, I'm a drow, and I'm supposed to be a gnome.
You've
What's a
got a lot of layers.
What's a drow?
It's kind of like an elf, but it hurts to go outside.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
At least you're not that right now.
No. You're going to find that Dalton does this every once in a while, and we don't know why, except apparently he gets a chuckle out of it. So,
So
yeah, go ahead.
sorry. So, well, if I'm going to be staying here, I guess my expertise could be put to use. Is there anything wood that you need fixed? I've got some carpentry skills.
Oh, that would be lovely. Yeah, I mean, we have some stuff we need fixed, like cabinetry for the pantry and the kitchen, and we need a table and like chairs. So yeah, and we're surrounded by trees, and most of the ones around here don't move, so at least they won't attack you if you start chopping them down. Don't go too far that way though, because over there, some of the trees move around, and as we learned
He
secondhand,
points northeast when he says that.
as we've learned secondhand, they get really upset when you hit them with axes.
If the reaches.
Can imagine. I'd get upset if he tried to hit me with an axe too.
He's got a point.
Just so you know, Nathan, you seem to be a bit more aware of the situation than any of us. I'm Sokoran, by the way. What do we need to do again to get back to...
Okay, so as far as I understand, Dalton's kind of a... So what he does is, he just up and decides that you owe him X amount of money for X amount of damage that you did to his bar when you were asleep and don't remember doing anything. Sound familiar? And then he just says, well, I want you to do this and this and this and this and this, and then after you do that, then I'll let you go and I'll change you back. And other than that, we really don't know. But yeah, it's uncomfortable. I gotta tell you, I'm not a fan.
And
Right.
their changes to ourselves is what exactly?
It's his way of making sure that we stick around and do the work, I think. Or maybe he's just bored. I don't know. But, we do know that
Bit of
he
both.
can't leave the tavern because he is super, super old. And if he leaves the tavern, he becomes super, super old. And we know this because every once in a while he'll pop a hand out of the tavern to tap us on the shoulder and change us into something else because he's a dick. And when he does that, the hand that comes out looks skeletal as opposed to the normal hands that he has when he's in the tavern. Spectral, sorry.
No problem. I wanted to make sure I had actually said that correctly. His hands look spectral. Like there's no corporealness to them at all. They're incorporeal.
So, yeah. So, right now, we're, I think, about halfway done paying off our bar tab. Although, I mean, it's really tough to tell.
He didn't seem to be keen on giving straight answers.
No, and he was really angry, so I didn't want to push him for more information on the topic. I figure I'll wait and do that next time.
So he said something about your friend?
I mean, acquaintance, really. But yeah, that was one of the other people that was with us, with me and my grandpa, when we were in the tavern and we had a bar fight that none of us remember because we were all unconscious at the time. Sound familiar? And so there were 4 of us, and one of us got changed back when we did a small amount of work for Dalton, and we were able to convince Dalton to change one of us. And then after he got changed back, he was like, well, peace out, I'm done because I'm fixed. And Dalton was like, nope. And then he disappeared. And then our other friend, Gray, he apparently decided that he didn't want to work for Dalton anymore, and he wanted out of his contract. And then he found out apparently that there's a no-compete clause, so he's stuck on the 3rd floor until the no-compete clause ends. And that leaves me and Grandpa, and now you guys.
So, until we complete the tasks he gives us, we're not allowed to leave. On top
Exactly.
of being transformed as we are.
Yes. I mean, technically, there was one other group that we found out about that, I mean, you can argue that technically they don't work for Dalton anymore, and technically they never actually finished what Dalton wanted them to do, because we had to go finish it. But it's also not a recommended way to leave Dalton's employ, because technically they're all dead.
Oh, lovely.
So your options are 3rd floor, dead, or do some crazy jobs for Dalton, being sent to worlds that you didn't even know existed, to look for things that you don't know exist, to bring them back and get compensated with money, and eventually being transformed back.
Right. He wants you to pay back for damage, but he compensates you with money when you finish something.
Right? Weird. Almost like he doesn't actually need the money, but also doesn't want to hire people to do the thing, because the thing that he wants done is stupid difficult, and they would say no if they could say no. So instead, he makes us have to do it.
What kind of role would it be to, like, insinuate that maybe what Dalton is looking for in terms of repayment isn't actually monetary, but some property of what he's sending these people to retrieve for him.
So you don't really know enough to
Yeah, I
honestly make any insinuations on this yet.
Okay.
Nathan and Badger technically could try, to make a guess at it,
The
but
first time he sent us out, when the four of us went out, when there were still four of us, we had to go here, or more to the point, there,
Pointing to the northeast.
and collect a seed from a tree. Now, the problem was the tree wasn't just a tree, it was an awakened tree, and he forgot to bring up that part. And the second problem was, the awakened tree was surrounded by a bunch of blighted stuff, because there's a lich that doesn't like Dalton. Personally, I can't imagine why, and in case you're confused, that was sarcasm. So we went and got the seed for Dalton. And then after that, Dalton sent us to recover a dwarven crown that was in a dwarven stronghold that was in fact a tomb, because the first group that he sent in didn't make it past the 3rd floor. And we know this because we found them. And we made it out. At which point, Gray was like, this guy is a psychopath, and he's going to get all of us killed. So I'm getting out of here before he can get me killed. And Dalton was like, too late.
I'm gonna need to... Oh. Oh, shoot, I don't know what happened to my dog. Or I don't know what happened to my dog.
I mean, he's probably fine. Did he come with you to the tavern?
I don't remember.
If he wasn't in the tavern, he's probably still home-ish, so I'm assuming he's going to be okay. If he made it to the tavern, I guess you can ask Dalton. What'll happen is, I think sooner or later, one of these doors will just magically start looking like the door to the tavern, whether we want to go there or not, and then we'll wind up in the tavern, and then he'll tell us that it's time for us to do another thing. But until then, we're kind of on our own. So we had some downtime. I was planning on working on the tower, and I have an ingenious idea for some new armor.
Which reminds me, are any of these guys taller than Badger?
Maybe...
The GIF and the Warforge are similarly in height.
Oh my god, the gift, that would be perfect. That is so
Like,
beautifully big shaped.
yeah, for all intents and purposes, even if his strength is low, GIF in general look muscular. He just might look
More rounded.
yeah, he might just look heftier
Right.
instead. But yeah, like an actual wide and tall, he's probably a similar height, but definitely not. Definitely Badger's definitely smaller.
Okay.
Badger's wiry.
So,
The gift is thick.
so if you don't mind, Mr. Hepaxi, what was your real name?
I didn't share it. Nobody asked me. But I prefer... Names are a thing that come and go. I prefer to be referred to as Monarch.
And then I will call you Monarch. I prefer to be called by my full name, but everyone just says Nathan, so that's okay.
Hey.
But Monarch, would you be willing to? It looks like you probably wouldn't want to wear it regularly. I'll find some other way to compensate you. But I would like to get measurements for making a suit of armor for me that would fit you. If that sounds confusing, it should. And don't worry about it. I have a plan.
So, if I'm understanding, you just want to compensate me for taking a few measurements for clothing regardless of what the clothing would be used for.
Yes, and then I'll have you, once I get the suit done, I'll have you try it on to make sure it moves properly without binding, because obviously I won't be able to. But I just want you to check it out and make sure that it fits properly and moves correctly, and that's it. Just measurements and a test fitting of a big suit of Hybaxi armor.
Very well. I see no reason to refuse.
Thank you. So would the rest of you want to go to the village and meet the new neighbors, or do you want to hang out here for a bit longer?
Well,
To be honest, I still got a bit of a headache myself. I think I'd prefer to not push it.
Okay, that sounds reasonable.
I'm feeling really weird. I'm feeling really very weird, but I do need to go and get some more. I do need to my tools are missing, so I'll need to get those.
Oh, I can help with that. What kind of tools did you need?
Carpenters, if you have anything that can be used for carpentry.
That's probably, you know what? I just realized the first thing that you're probably going to want to do is probably work on making beds for everyone. Because I don't think we have the right sizes for... I mean, I could probably use Rochi's old bed, at least until I go back to needing my own. But other than that...
A Rochi old bed?
Yes, we had one of the first people that were traveling with us. His name was Rochi, and he was a fairy.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Yes.
Perhaps maybe we should all go down to the town, because if the four of us are new and someone spotted us moving about the tower that you said was yours, we don't want to cause any confusion, after all.
That's reasonable. Yeah, we can head down, we can get some tools, get some things, you can meet people, they can tell you that I tried to sell a satyr to a lich, but trust me, it wasn't in the plan originally.
Okay.
What?
What?
I believe it.
Things get confusing here. Okay, well, let's all head down to the town. We'll let Grandpa sleep it off here, because apparently he's really tired.
Very well.
And with that, I think we're going to call it there. Because the next thing is going to be very long with you getting introduced to everyone. So let's not do that one tonight. But I am glad that everybody was able to come in, and I hope you enjoyed your first interaction with Dalton. You are guaranteed to have plenty more.
Oh, Dalton, but I enjoyed our first interaction with our new players. I don't know about you guys.
That was really fun.
Yay!
Sorry, you were completely right about me not knowing enough to make a check on inferring what.
No, it's fine. I don't take offense to any of those questions, but I will absolutely tell you, I'm just you really don't know enough. You only known the guy for
I mean, it was
maybe
a good
an
reach.
hour.
It was a good reach to try for. I'll give you that. Ari says, "Welcome aboard,
just
suckers."
Like a case of when people want payment back, they want money. So if he's giving away money, he doesn't want money.
Right.
So what does he want? And then it leads to, what is he having you do?
Yeah, he's having you get stuff associated to him. At least so far, it seems that way.
All right, but we are at that point in the night where chat gets to decide which one of our players gets a free fate point. I used a fate point earlier tonight for our new players, and also Gray because he has no memory. Basically, fate points you can use to either remove disadvantage, gain advantage, re-roll a set of dice after they are rolled, get an extra action, or occasionally change a situation. And that one's really if you go to the GM, can I make blah 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 happen? And he'll be like, do you want to spend a fate point on it? And you'll be like, sure, something like that. For example, in our campaign on Tuesday, one of the magic items that we found was a shield, and one of our characters that doesn't use a shield was like, can I spend a fate point to have it be a rondelle, and I can add it to my armor, and it won't affect my armor class, but I'll still get the ability of the item. And I was like, yeah, sure, because it wasn't a big deal anyway. So stuff like that, but mostly turn disadvantage into normal, turn normal into advantage, re-roll the dice that you just rolled, which is the biggest use of them, or get a extra action in a turn.
Yep, just be careful with the extra action. That does not mean you can cast multiple spells in a turn.
Correct. It's still all normal mechanical rules apply. So for chat, do we give it to Billy/Kane? Do we give it to Sikoran/Sycorax? Do we give it to Phelan/Greymane? Do we give it to Badger/Ace? Do we give it to Monarch/Miner? Or do we give it to Gnathan/Deuce?
The DM doesn't get fate points.
DM does not get fate points. DM has an unlimited supply of fate. Also, all of the players that played can also vote, but you can't vote for yourself.
Mm.
Yep, everybody gets to vote. Just say who you want to get it. Even I get to vote. I can never vote for myself, but neither can anybody else.
All right, we have one for Miner, one for Kane, a second for Miner. Waiting on the votes to come in.
Until we figure out the actual race, they're going to be a Hypaxi.
Yep.
Nathan for pushing his luck with Dalton and not getting sent to the third room. I mean, you wanted to die. That's all that was. That was death by cop, and you know it.
I mean, there was a moment where I debated on actually going power word death, but I just went, power word kill, excuse me, and I just went, no, this one's more fun. Because it leaves it up the mystery of what actually happened to him.
All right, so we have one for Sycorax, we have one for Miner, we have one for Sycorax, we have two for Miner, one for Kane, and two for me, but that's not important. So, anybody else? Ari hasn't voted yet.
How we're all just pointing fingers at each other.
Yeah, it's, it's
Spider-Man.
fun. Anybody else got some votes coming in? I don't know. That's fine. All right.
Roll a d6.
Roll the d20.
Ari, break a tie between me and Miner by saying Miner.
Break a tie between me and Deuce by saying Deuce.
Or add to the tie by saying Kane or Sycorax.
Ari picked Miner. Miner gets 2.
Miner's up to 2.
All right, we'll figure out what
I have to
do with
relabel
those
these later so I can tell how who is that one, because that's not him.
But yeah, normal speaking voice, or Paxi voice, or whatever, Monarch, I guess, right now. And then I can go up here as well.
We're going to be having some fun.
Nice. You will get your voice ability stretched because you're just going to catch all of those cards now. New people's need fate. Agreed.
That's perfectly fine. That's great, honestly, for my character.
I don't mind it either. I like to change my voice. It's just sometimes I'll forget, and I practiced a lot of Billy. So
Trust me, I understand. There are times where I have to sit there and think about what I'm about to say, and I'll start to say it when I'm trying to do the Father Smith voice, which even that one is just not me changing my voice much, just talking really slow. And I'll half the time start talking really quickly and then go to slow down.
The other one that's funny is Morden will forget when he's doing voices to either stop doing his voice or turn off his voice modulator. So you'll ask Morden a question in character. So you'll be like, so GM, can I roll for this? And all of a sudden you'll get Dalton going, yeah, so I mean what you want to do is you need to roll your so you need to roll your investigation skill now.
Yes.
I love when that happens.
I completely understand. Like,
That one's happened a few times.
Mm.
There were a few incidents with the residents of the village you're about to meet.
Oh yeah.
every time I try to do an accent, like
We just go to the
I would
pawn
forget
shop and
half the
fucking
time. I would
memorize
forget to
it.
do it, or I would just change to a completely different accent, even sometimes mid-sentence.
Yeah.
Yep,
So I-
it happens.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. So.
Yep.
All right. Well, I mean, that was a good. I mean, we didn't get the full 4-hour show in because we had to set up all the new tech for all the new people, but we still had a good 4-hour show out of this. I want to thank Morden56 for running the campaign. I want to thank all of our newfound friends for breathing life back into it so that we still get to play. If you are wondering where I met these three wonderful dudes, I met these three dudes at the home of other dudes because they are all patrons of the Dungeon Dudes. And so I met them over on that Discord and brought them over here. Ironically, they're not the ones that are going to be playing in our Drakenheim campaign that's going to be starting next Saturday, but they're here, so that's fine. And so I want to thank Kane and Miner and Psychorax for joining the campaign. I want to thank Greymane for switching to a character that actually talks. And we'll thank Scorched Ace for being here for half the night and hope that he feels better and can join us again next week.
And thank you for inviting us and helping everything run as smoothly as possible.
I hope you guys enjoy it. Next week will run easier because all the preliminary tech will be done. So like next time, we should just auto pop into the same resonant window fields and everything, so it should work much better.
And potentially I'll have a green screen behind me as well, so there's less of this blurry landscape.
Blurry landscape is fine. Anything is fine. It's what works. In the meantime, everybody, we're going to give everybody a stupid wave, and we'll see you all later. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, all.